The following is a presentation of Power 107.5 Sports.
This is John Connor. You're listening to Aggie Football, brought to you by Howard Bentley Buick GMC in Albertville, where we save you money.
Last Friday night, Albertville came close to snapping their 28-game losing streak. The Aggies led with about 5 minutes left in the game, but couldn't hold on. Tonight, the Aggies will try again as the longtime rival Boaz Pirates come to town. Is tonight the night the losing streak ends? We'll find out shortly as Albertville takes on Boaz next here on Power 107.5.
Albertville Aggie Football is on the air. Once again, Power 107.5 is your home for Albertville Aggie Football. Each week's Albertville games are brought to you by Wilson's Barbecue, Sound Boswell Honda, Randy Jones Associates, Papa Doobies, One Team Heating and Cooling, Mug, Martinez Pools, Marshall County Gas, Liberty Bank, Howard Bentley Buick GMC, H&H Printing, The Groom Room, The Furniture Shop, Foodland Plus of Albertville, Citizens Bank and Trust, BG's, Alpha Agent Dustin Hornbuckle, Albertville Discount Tire, Albertville Discount Pharmacy, and Robert Adderholt for Congress. Now, with your Albertville pregame show, here are your announcers, Harry Galloway, John Gladden, Chris Jenkins, and Keith Ball.
Well, the Aggies came so close to picking up their first win in a long time last week. They played well, but too many penalties really hurt the Aggies, and tonight the Aggies will try to cut back on those penalties and pick up that much-needed win. Hello, everybody. Barry Galloway back with you again for Albertville football. Coming up next, we'll talk about Albertville and Boaz here on Power 107.5.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
The Furniture Shop Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Albertville and Henniger is offering you low prices on all Lazy Boy furniture. Their showroom is filled with spectacular selection of recliners, sofas, entire room groups, and much more. Lazy Boy is designed to fill your home with quality crafted furniture with exclusive features for feel-good comfort that's built to last. Come on in now and save at the Furniture Shop Lazy Boy Comfort Studio on Highway 431 in Albertville and Highway 75 in Henniger.
At Liberty Bank, we value our local schools and are proud to support all of our teams because this is our community too. To everyone who puts in the long hours of practice to help our kids win in life and on the field, we salute you. Whether you're coach from the sidelines, sell concessions, or score touchdowns, the Liberty Bank team is cheering for you. So from our team to yours, let's make it a great season. Liberty Bank. Local bankers serving local customers since 1971.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum majors striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Well, tonight the Boaz Pirates come to town taking on Albertville. Big Marshall County matchup. Albertville, they've lost 29 games in a row. They haven't won since they beat Boaz back on August 26, 2022. They won that game 41-30. Last year, it was all Boaz. Boaz, an easy win, 56-7 over the Aggies. Boaz has now won 2 in a row over Albertville. Tonight, the Aggies will try to snap that streak. Coming up next week, it's region play. Albertville home against Florence, and Scottsboro travels to Boaz, giving Boaz their first home game. The Boaz region this year, you've got Boaz, Arab, Brewer, Douglas, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Scottsboro. Coming up next, the 1-0 Pirates come into town, taking on the Aggies 0-1. It's Boaz and Albertville next here on Power 107.5.
This is Dustin Hornbuckle, your local Alpha agent. Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, it's always a good call to call the Hornbuckle Agency at 256-744 888-281-7233 or stop by our office at 10675 U.S. Highway 431.
You've been listening to the Albertville Pregame Show. Now, let's go to the field for all of tonight's action with your announcers Barry Galloway, John Gladden, Chris Jenkins, and Keith Ball.
Bill, we're getting ready for a big night of high school football. Man, you can't ask for better weather. Here we are at the end of August. It is a perfect night for high school football. Chris Jenkins, are you ready for some football?
Man, I'm ready tonight, guys.
All right. All I got to say is Boaz is in town.
That's right. That's all you got to say.
That's all you got to say.
Absolutely.
The crowd's coming in. They're probably even having trouble parking. They should have trouble parking because this is a big night. Albertville trying to snap that losing streak. 29 games. Of course, they came so close last week against Arab with about 5 minutes left. Had the lead, couldn't hold on. We talked earlier, the defense, though, played lights out the entire game.
Absolutely, man. Those guys, they played a great game. Most of the time when Arab was in scoring position was when they were given short field position. Arab couldn't drive the whole field on us. So I'm thinking tonight, the defense just needs to play the same kind of intensity they played with last week. They only give up 197 total yards last week. So I'm thinking, just play defense like you played against Arab and keep it close. And the offense should keep this game close. We need to get it going offensively.
Penalties. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Well, let's go down to the sideline once again with the Gilbert and Ball Ford sideline report. Keith Ball, how are you doing down there?
Man, it's awesome to be back in Vernon Stadium, guys, on the road last week, back at home tonight. This could be a historic crowd tonight. Everybody's excited here in Albertville. Boaz is going to bring a big crowd. It's going to be an awesome night for football.
Keith, let's talk about the penalties last week. How big a factor were the penalties?
Penalties, a huge factor for both teams. I want to say, and Chris can correct me, I want to say there's like 27 combined penalties for both teams. It's hard to win football games like that, and Arab was doing it too. First game jitters, I guess, made a lot of mistakes. Something that, I guess a plus on that side, there wasn't a whole lot of the 15-yard varieties as far as personal fouls. A lot of that stuff's been cleaned up. I think that there's a little more discipline, and some of that stuff is a lot better than it was the last couple of years. But you got to clean that up tonight if you're going to beat this Boaz team. Last week, I know Chris talking about defense. Last week, offensively, the guys were able to put up 278 yards total offense. That was more than what we gave up. The last couple of years, we've had a hard time running the football. I thought the offensive line did a fantastic job last week, doing what they were supposed to do, being where they're supposed to be, being physical at the point of attack. You've got G-Man, number 22, and Colin Parker, number 8.
Yep.
Really put together a good run game last week, along with CJ, kind of running that option. And then, like I said, offensive line doing a fantastic job. CJ through the air, we had 130 passing yards last week. Brant Sweat had a heck of a ball game. I think he scored 2 times. The one thing that stuck out to me last week, guys, fundamental football. Fundamentally last week, blocking, tackling, taking good angles on defense, that sort of stuff seemed like it was way better than last year, and it was cleaned up a lot. Coaching staff really preaching, doing the small things right, and all those small things equal up to big things in the end of a ball game. We just got to clean up some penalties this week and play hard like we did last week, get after the rear ends, and hopefully we can come out of here with a win.
Boaz coming off a big win last week for Madison County, 28-7. We'll talk about the Pirates when we come back. Let's take a timeout. We're still about 20 minutes away from the opening kick. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. It's Albertville Boaz football next here on Power 107.5.
Labor Day sale favorites this week at Foodland Plus in Albertville. Family pack 73% lean fresh ground beef, $4.29 a pound. Prairie Fresh whole Boston Bud pork roast, $1.79 a pound. Preferred Angus beef ribeye steak, family pack $12.99 a pound. 8-pound bag U.S. No. 1 Colorado russet potatoes, $3.99 each. Sweet Sila's watermelons, $3.99 each. Fago soft drinks, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $12. Bush's Best baked beans or grilling beans, 21 to 28 ounce, 2 for $4 at Foodland Plus in Albertville.
Hi, I'm Jason Simpson with Randy Jones & Associates, your local trusted choice insurance agency and proud supporter of the Aggies. We don't just work here, we live here. We know Albertville, and for over 40 years, we've been helping our neighbors protect what matters most. From your home and car to your business and future, we've got you covered with smart, affordable insurance tailored just for you. Come see us on Highway 431 in Albertville, or give us a call at 256-878-3271 for your free, no-obligation quote. And you know what we say, go Aggies.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
The furniture shop Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Albertville and Henniger is offering you low prices on all Lazy Boy furniture. Their showroom is filled with spectacular selection of recliners, sofas, entire room groups, and much more. Lazy Boy is designed to fill your home with quality crafted furniture with exclusive features for feel-good comfort that's built to last. Come on in now and save at the furniture shop Lazy Boy Comfort Studio on Highway 431 in Albertville and Highway 75 in Henniger.
At Liberty Bank, we value our local schools and are proud to support all of our teams because this is our community too. To everyone who puts in the long hours of practice to help our kids win in life and on the field, we salute you. Whether you're coach from the sidelines, sell concessions, or score touchdowns, the Liberty Bank team is cheering for you. So from our team to yours, let's make it a great season. Liberty Bank. Local bankers serving local customers since 1971.
Bright stadium lights, a pool of cold water to dive into, a warm gymnasium to watch from the bleachers or hustle on the court. Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board of Albertville has been behind these moments, lighting the way towards a brighter future for Albertville. As proud supporters of our community and Albertville City Schools, every game you play, every practice you attend, and every moment you cherish is powered by a team you can trust. From clean water and wastewater management to electricity, MUB delivers reliable services at a reasonable cost. You can trust MUB to keep the lights on and the community strong now and for generations to come.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
This is Billy Ann with Howard Bentley Buick GMC. We want to wish the Albertville Aggies good luck this year. Whether you are on the field or performing at halftime, we are cheering for you. Check us out for all of your vehicle needs. From sales to service, we have you covered. And remember, it's always worth the drive to Howard Bentley Buick GMC. Go Aggies!
Welcome back to Albertville. We're about 17 minutes away from a big game. John Gladden, welcome to the booth.
Barry, always great to be back on a Friday night in Albertville, that's for sure.
Let me ask you, how big, last week was big, didn't win that one. Tonight you've got Boaz. Then you get into region play. It gets a lot harder. I think this is one of the biggest games in a long time for Albertville.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you look at what could possibly be the turning point of a season, this is it. Because last week you absolutely played your guts out and then just didn't have enough gas to kind of hold on there at the end of the game. The Arabian Knights able to pull one out there in the waning moments of that game. Tonight, Boaz comes to town. The pigskin prognosticators around the state, Barry, they're looking at this game as well as a focal point for both schools. They have Boaz a slight favorite, just a 1-point favorite coming into this game. I think it's because of what they saw last week at Madison County, a very experienced offensive line able to take over that game as the game went on. And then finally, the running back that they had, Fant, with 30 rushes, 218 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That is going to be the main focus of this game. Can the Boaz Pirates, along with their running back, establish and hold on to that line of scrimmage? If they can do that, unfortunately, it could be a long night for the Aggies.
Does that pressure not create a quarterback, Bo Bennett? If they can somehow slow down Presley Fant, it puts a pressure on the ninth grader.
No doubt about it. And when you have a ninth grade quarterback, a great defensive coordinator, so you got Derek Martin along with our other defensive coaches, they're going to throw different looks at him. They're going to throw stunts up front. front. But once again, we all have to stop the run right out of the gate to force that young quarterback to have to throw the ball downfield. And I like our chances if we get into a throwing game with Boaz.
John, welcome to the booth again and to the sideline. Charlie Nash, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Charlie's our young intern. He was with us last week, did an outstanding job. So how would you rate your performance last week, Charlie?
It's better than I was seeing last year.
Yeah.
It's so much better. Seeing players be happy, finally seeing us having winning mentality.
What about practice this week? Coming off a loss, what kind of practices were you? Tougher? Yeah.
That's the national anthem.
Labor Day sale favorites this week at Foodland Plus in Albertville. Family pack 73% lean fresh ground beef, $4.29 a pound. Prairie Fresh whole Boston Bud pork roast, $1.79 a pound. Preferred Angus beef ribeye steak, family pack $12.99 a pound. 8-pound bag U.S. #1 Colorado russet potatoes, $3.99 each. Sweet seedless watermelons, $3.99 each. Fago soft drinks, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $12. Bush's Best baked beans or grilling beans, 21 to 28 ounce, 2 for $4 at Foodland Plus in Albertville.
And welcome back to Albertville. The national anthem, and we'll go back to the Charlie Nash real quick again. The practice this week, Charlie, how tough was it on the Aggies?
It's been tough. Coach Weingarten wants us to be more involved in anything. It's so much better than anybody thought, you know. He's from Auburn, all these other high schools, you know. He wants us to be like his old high school, his old jobs.
Maybe it'll start tonight.
Yes, sir.
John, one thing I liked about Coach Weingarten, he said it on their postgame show, hey, this loss is on me. To the team, I understand he said the same thing. Guys, yes, we had penalties, but this loss is on me. I take full blame, and let's go ahead and get a win this week.
Does what he does. And what I mean by that is when he comes out and says, guys, I was trying to win a game. And once again, he owned it. He took responsibility for it. But here's the thing, Barry, I will be the first one to say, gosh, I mean, what a gutsy call. If he ends up, nobody's talking about that call if he gets the first down, Barry, which it was kind of there, just a little bit of a miscue of a snap, but that's neither here nor there. But if he gets that first down, the Albertville Aggies are able to run out the clock and they're able to win that game, Barry. So it's one of those double-edged swords. You got to look at both sides going in and out. You know, it's one of those things where it's a coach. You got to make a call right there on the field. He made a gutsy call, but I would rather have a coach that gave me a gutsy call and gave me a chance to win a game than somebody that plays ultra conservative. Tonight against Boaz, we cannot play conservative. But if we want to play, because that's what Boaz wants to do. I mean, they got an offensive line that averages 6'2", 260 across the front. Very experienced. All of them have been playing together for a couple of years. Coach Pruitt, who is also a new coach coming into Boaz, he wants to get behind that experienced offensive line, run the ball down the Aggies' throat, and say, can you stop us? Last week, once they kind of got out of the doldrums of coming out of the locker room, they were able to own the game and command the game from about the middle part of the second quarter all the way to the end of the game against Madison County. Tonight, Luke Pruitt's hoping that his Boaz Pirates can do that. On the opposite side of that, Derek Martins knows that he has an experienced defense that can also offset that, Barry.
All right, Keith and John, what are your thoughts? Coach Weingarten says, hey, you're gonna have to get used to this. I'm going to take all kinds of gambles, all kinds of chances. Aggie fans, get ready. I love to take chances. I like that.
I do too. Yeah, it's worth a shot. It gets the other team off guard, you know.
So what do you think, Keith Ball?
Yeah, he talked about that, and you know, even in the Meet the Coach show, he's going to be aggressive. He's going to try to go out and make things happen, and that's how he's coached everywhere he's been. You know, maybe the fake kicks, the fake punts, and that sort of thing. Like John said, hey, that's a tough call. That's a gutsy call. If you get it, you're a genius. If you don't get it, and everybody starts questioning you, until you've had that headset on and you're making that decision for a program, that's a tough place to be. I've been there before and made some of those calls and not gone your way. But like John said, I'd rather have that guy out there a little bit rolling the dice, maybe that riverboat gambler a little bit, trying to go get that win, really reaching and trying to get after and get that win.
John, what do you think? Last year, if you played Albertville, you had to respect C.J. Zuniga's arm. Last week, he showed us, hey, not just my arm, my legs. He looked impressive last week.
Very impressive. And you're talking about C.J. Zuniga, the quarterback, a 5'6", 180-pound sophomore. Guys, he's been playing for 3 years, Barry, but he's a sophomore. And finally, he told me the other day, so it was after the Arabian Night game. I saw him on a Sunday afternoon, ran across him. I was up here at the school and just happened to run across C.J. And I said, C.J., tell me about this year. You looked very comfortable in the offense that we ran against the Arabian Nights. You looked like you were having fun. He said, without a doubt. He said, without a doubt, I understand this offense. I'm getting great coaching from Coach Weingarten and the rest of the offensive staff, but they've made it easier for me on the reads as well. If I see this, I do that. If I see this, I do that. And he said, because I've been able to have those reads, because I understand what we're trying to do in the offense, it has made me a lot more confident. And when I make a mistake and come to the sideline, there's coaching going on of how I made that mistake and how not to make it, Barry. Tonight, we've got to have C.J. Zuniga, even though he's got 3 years of experience and he's just a sophomore, we've got to have that experience tonight because Boaz lacks that experience in their field general on offense.
All right, let's take a timeout. 8 minutes away from the opening kick. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. It's Albertville and Boaz next here on Power 107.5.
This is Dustin Hornbuckle, your local Alpha agent. Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, it's always a good call to call the Hornbuckle Agency at 256-744-7233 or stop by our office at 10675 U.S. Highway 431.
Business loans made easy. That's a big thing with Citizens Bank and Trust. Forget the red tape and faraway loan committees. We're here for local businesses with the flexibility only a true community bank can deliver. Whether you need expansion capital or other business financing, our no-hassle loan process won't slow you down. You have a business to run. Help it grow with a loan from Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1986, BG's Restaurant on Baltimore Avenue has provided fast, friendly service, specializing in fresh chicken tenders, french fries, coleslaw, old-fashioned hamburgers, milkshakes, made-from-scratch breakfast biscuits, ham, sausage, and bacon, and they have pancakes. BG's features daily specials and always 3 small hamburgers for one low price. Come in or call ahead, 256-878-9294. BG's Restaurant, 1105 Baltimore Avenue in Albertville.
A tradition of excellence and state-of-the-art technology. That's what you get at H&H Printing. They're your source for promotional products, digital offset printing, and wide format printing, including banners, signs, posters, blueprints, and more. Voted best print shop in the Reporter Readers Poll. H&H Printing has been serving Marshall County and surrounding areas for 46 years. Located on Highway 431 in Albertville. Call Keith Holbrooks at 256-878-8829. H&H Printing, a proud supporter of the Albertville Aggies.
Marshall County Gas District reminds you to call before you dig. Call 811. Know where you can dig. Utility lines and pipes could be buried anywhere on your property. Whether you hire a contractor or do the work yourself, always contact the Marshall County Gas District before you dig. Call to prevent outages, property damage, and even serious injury. Call 811. Dig safe. It's smart, it's free, and it's the law. A safety message from the Marshall County Gas District.
McCord Field, Barry, Galloway, John Gladden, Chris Jenkins, Keith Ball. Man, for the end of August, this is absolutely beautiful weather.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the sun in our face, man. We don't have the new board up yet. Looking forward to that. That could almost act as like a dome over part of the stadium. It's so big.
Yeah, block the sun away from it.
But, man, who would have thought August 30th or almost August 29th, you've got this kind of weather. Looking at the crowd coming in, Boaz winning last year, 28, beating Albertville 56-7. They won last week 28-7. And I forget the day, but you have to go back many years when both of these teams come into a game with a brand new first-year head coach in the same year. and I forget the number of that, but what year it was, but it's been a long time since both teams have a new head coach.
Yeah, has been a long time, John.
And speaking of history in this game, what about this? A little tidbit that you end up having. Jink and Keith, you played in this game. This will be, if Boaz were to win the game tonight, it will be only the third time in the history of the rivalry between Albertville and Boaz that Boaz has been able to win 3 in a row. They won 3 in a row in the 19th from 70 to 72. Drew Knowles won 6 in a row, so we're going to count that as the 3. But then tonight, if they're able to win that, what that tells me is that the Albertville Aggies have pretty much dominated this series. Tonight, they need to come out, break that streak, and turn a complete season on its head, and I know the Aggies can do it.
Let's go over the starting lineup for the offensive line, what we have, John, for the Aggies.
Yeah, when you look up front, left tackle, 6'3", 235-pound sophomore Bray Patterson's going to be out there on the left-hand side. Christian Ramirez at left guard with Kellen Hampton sitting in terms of the center position at 6'1", 285-pound junior anchoring it all down. Number 76, Colton Battles, is going to bring all 5'11", 265 pounds to the party for that senior. In the right tackle, 6 foot, 215-pound senior, number 52, Maddox Beck. They're also going to have Braxton Hudgens, 6 foot, 205-pound sophomore, sitting out there at the tight end. That is your offensive line for the Aggies.
Yeah, that's one thing we didn't see last week. We're going to the tight end, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe saving it for tonight. Let's see. But, well, missing Talik Saint. I hate to hear that. Talik out for at least half of the season, but he did get some good news last week. They had a slight knee injury, wasn't as bad as they thought, so that's not a problem. But you put Talik Saint on the field with this group of wide receivers.
Yes.
That's a talented wide receiver for him.
Yes. You know, you talking about the tight end earlier. You know, that goes back to the Coach Mack days right there,
yes,
man.
I used to fire him up when I'd say, Coach, throw it to the tight end. He said, I've had enough of throw it to the tight end. Then he began throwing to the tight end.
Yeah, I got you a little bit of this, too, because I love the old waggle pass. Me being able to play tight end when I had the opportunity to go to college. Loved it when I could get behind the linebackers in front of the secondary. Barry, when I said that, Coach Weingarten, he lit up like a kid in a candy store. Wouldn't surprise me if we don't have some passes to the tight ends to just see what those aggressive linebackers want to do. C.J. Zuniga, a good enough arm to get it to the tight end tonight.
The Aggies have taken the field. What do you think? Old Atlanta Falcons uniforms there. Look, black pants, black jerseys, black helmets. I love the look.
Man.
I love the black on black.
Oh, yeah.
And here come the Pirates. Boaz has their gray pants, white jerseys, the red numerals, and the gray helmets. It's been a while since the Aggies have won. The last time they won a game was against Boaz, and that was August 26, 2022. I bet that almost 3 years to the day.
Wow.
Since that's been a long time. Some of these seniors have yet to see a win. They need one bad tonight.
Would you go with UNLV colors kind of for
I have no idea.
UNLV being gray and scarlet, garnet, or whatever? That's what I'm going to go with.
Aggies next week, home. We get into region play. Tough region again. You got Austin, Bob Jones, Florence, Grissom, Huntsville, James Clemens, and Sparkman. Boaz will be at home, their first home game of the year against Scottsboro. Boaz has A-Route, Brewer, Douglas, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Scottsboro in their area.
Barry, looks like we're going to get, I think did Boaz win the toss and elect to receive?
Yes, yeah. Boaz is going to receive the ball.
So we're set to go. Philip John will be kicking off for the Aggies. His first time to kick off on his home turf. Boaz, 2 men back deep, centering around the goal line. You got Sage Bennett. Can't say who the other Pirate is, and that's Dayton Porter.
Very kind of a feel-good story. Philip John, the junior, the 5'10", 160-pound kicker, is actually one of our exchange students from Germany who always wanted the opportunity to play American football. Congratulations. Here you go.
And we're set to go week 2. Actually, it's week 1 if you want to be official, but our second game of the year. And we're almost set to go. Doesn't get any bigger than this. Aggies trying to snap that 29-game losing streak. Good crowd on both sides, and we're set to go. And the opening kick, line drive towards the sideline, and it will bounce out of bounds. Not the way you wanted to start. Boaz will get some good field position coming up right off the bat. But taking the field, an Aggie defensive unit who had a great game last week.
Great game last week, led in the middle by Jesse Gonzalez along with Christian Ramirez. Look for Zach Jenkins and Keegan Thompson, the two defensive ends on the outside. But tonight, I believe it's going to be the middle linebacker Mason Froelich, and it's also going to be Peyton Jones in the middle. They're going to have to stop the big, heavy-loaded running back coming downhill. Look for the linebacker, Corberry, to be a key of tonight's game.
Presley Fant, the big horse for Boaz last week, number 5, 6'1", 220. He's the lone setback behind the quarterback, Bennett. Bennett turns, hands off to Fant at the line, 35, fighting to the 39-yard line, a gain of 4, straight up the gut behind his offensive line. One of the first Aggies there coming up was Draven Hendricks to help make the stops.
That's exactly what we said. They just gave it to the big running back, let him get downhill, an easy 5 yards.
Hurry up offense, 2nd and 5. They give to Bennett again, to Fant, 41, 42-yard line, tripped up. Making the tackle for the Aggies was Techeria, and a gain of 2, maybe 3. So now looking at 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, good job there by Techeria, undercutting the blocker. Saw it was a trap play, but he was able to undercut the offensive tackle, get in the running lane, get him down in the knees, and able to pull him down, upcoming manageable down.
Hurry up offense, 3rd down 3 for the Pirates from their own 47-yard line. And Bennett hands off. He is hit and dropped. Knocks backwards. The Aggie defensive line.
That's our ball.
They're saying the ball is loose, and the Aggies take it away, or was there a whistle?
I mean, they hit him right at the line of scrimmage and ripped that ball loose. I think they're going to say that Boaz was down, but Keith, I'm with you. They ripped that ball loose.
They're going to say no. Apparently the whistle. I'm with you. I thought it was a turnover, but we haven't seen a turnover since, last year? We didn't get one. We got to have a turnover, but how about the defensive line? They stuck in, didn't they, Chris?
Yes, sir. That's what you got to do right there, guys. You got to stop the run.
Loss of 2, so it's 4th and 5. Boaz lining up to punt, standing on the 25-yard line. So the Aggie defense looking good, just like last week. One man bag deep. Let's see if that's Cooper Scott. The snap gets rid of it. High kick, very short. Very short. He's going to come up and make the catch at the 45. Cooper Scott, about a 15-yard punt. Aggies will start on the 45-yard line, John.
Great job. Heavy pressure from the Aggies coming right down the gun at the punter. Had to kind of short leg it a little bit, and when he did, it caused the ball to turn over backwards. Cooper Scott able to navigate traffic, fair catch the ball, and the Aggies start out with huge field position at 1st and 10.
Here come the Aggies. C.J. Zuniga leads the Aggies out. He's got Colin Parker in the backfield with him. One man right side. That's Tay Prater. Couple of Aggies to the left. Grant Sweat's one of them. And we're set to go. From the 45, Aggie first possession. 10:25 to go in the opening quarter. Boaz 3 plays and punt. Zuniga, man in motion. That's Sweat. Drops back. Looks. Throws deep. Right side. Prater there. Going up, pushing and shoving. Incomplete. That could have been pass interference on either player. Keith, I like the no call. They're both just going after the football.
Yeah, 2 guys going up and trying to make a play. Either guy would have high-pointed that ball. I believe either one of them could have really came down with it. Not a bad throw at all by C.J. Credit the defensive player. He was in our receiver's hip pocket.
Chris maybe even underthrew him just a bit.
I think he did. If I think he would have led that Prater a little bit more, guys, that throw
I agree. I think the speed is there. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. I like the play call. Going for the home run ball right off the bat. Parker in the backfield. Takes the handoff. Zuniga, option play. Got him. He gets away from one man, not the next. Going down, back to the 35-yard line. Boy, about 2 or 3 Aggies missed their block, John.
Yeah, not only did they miss their block, but you had blitz. And they were coming. Jailbreak, every linebacker coming. We're going to see if you can run the option play and just absolutely nowhere to go. Offensive lineman turning around, trying to figure out who to block. In the meantime, C.J. running for his life, loses a chunk of yardage on that play.
Loss of 6, 3rd down and 16 coming up. 9:41 to go on the quarter. Aggies with the ball on their own 39-yard line. One man right side. That's man-to-man coverage against Prater. Also on the right side, Kobe Watson. C.J. back, looks. Goes to the middle, tip, almost picked off. Good defensive play by Braden Bennett. Got a hand on that one, almost picked off. Aggies had a man open about the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it was a square-in route. Ran the ball, the wide receiver right down the numbers. He squared in at the 50. But there's a reason why number 10, 6'1", 190-pound senior linebacker Braden Bennett did a great job of just reading him. It's the reason why Coach Pruitt said one of the stars of the defense. And Barry, he nearly came up with a key interception.
Aggies will punt. Zuniga steps back. Aggies 3 plays and punt. Neither team offensively could do anything with it. Aggies one man short. Parker hurries out there. Play clock down to 2. The snap, high snap. CJ, line drive away from everybody. Going to bounce at the 30. Good kick.
Good job.
It's going to bounce out of bounds. No return possible. It's going to go out of bounds inside the Boaz 30, 29-yard line. So, case of the nerves, big crowd, both teams, 3 plays and punt, Chris.
Hey, guys, this is what we wanted right here.
Yeah.
This is what we wanted. Defense got to come out and start, get them 3 and out.
And Keith, I think that both teams are feeling a little bit of pressure. Obviously, Albertville here in front of a big crowd, wanting to break the losing streak. If you're on Boaz's side, it's the backyard brawl, and you don't want to lose this because you would allow Albertville to break the streak.
Yeah, you got to stay out in front of the chains too, John. The option play right there. You know, Coach Bruce watched his film. We're going to have to try to block it a little different, or we're going to have to make sure that we key on that blitz when they're coming off the edge.
Boaz first down, 29-yard line. Bennett out of the gun. Fant, the handoff, man in motion, tries up, a hold, no flag. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. You go from too many last week to no flags this week. That was a definite holding call. No flag, but still he's going to lose about 7 yards.
Yeah, you're right, Barry. Should have been a holding call, but man, 6 foot tall, 165 pound senior Keegan Thompson, defensive end. He literally took the Boaz Pirate offensive player, drove him back in the backfield while being held, forced the running back to go wider, and in doing so, the Aggies able to rally for a loss.
Loss of 5. They give him 2nd and 15. Bennett drops back, looks right side out of the backfield, incomplete. Over the head of his receiver, Fant, coming out of the backfield. Good coverage by Hendricks. Had he made the catch, I think he may even dropped another yard or 2.
Yeah, last week they had that play successful a couple of times against Madison County, just the back coming out of the backfield. When number 4, the quarterback for Boaz, when he feels that pressure coming at him, he's supposed to get rid of it. And when number 9, when he gets rid of it, he's going to try to get the back out into the flat right there, just over through the back. Big down again for Aggies.
They're down 15 from the 24. Bennett sits, drops back, looks, has time, throws down the middle, got him on open. He is there, incomplete. He was behind the defense of the Aggie 40. Had he caught it, it was a foot race to the end zone.
Keith, looks like the wide receiver kind of ran a double move, and you had Bennett drops back. He pump fakes it. When he does, the defensive player kind of squats, and then number 15, the wide receiver, Jay Patterson for Boaz, just blows by him. We're lucky with that one was overthrown.
Yeah, double move right there. You nailed it, John. You got to play with eye discipline if you're going to play in the back end like that. If you're playing safe, if you're playing man, play man. If you're going to play zone, play zone. But you got to be eye discipline if you're going to be playing man-to-man defense.
Boaz to punt. Good snap. Pressure coming. Gets a kick away. High kick, short kick. Everybody's going to get away from this one. It's going to bounce around midfield, and it's going to roll to the Aggie 46-yard line. Go back to the last play. Number 15, Jay Patterson, 9th grader. Pass was thrown by a 9th grader. Boaz, some young players out there. They got a bright future. A lot of youngsters out there.
A lot of youngsters right there. I think Jinx up here in the box with me, and his coach is giving him a talking to. The ball's bouncing around. You don't want to get anywhere close to it. And one of the Albertville players just ran over in the middle of the Boaz scrum. They were pushing him around, Barry, trying to get him to just touch the ball. Luckily enough, he didn't, and the Aggies able to start their own 46.
All right, Aggie offense are going to put G-Man in the backfield. 1st and 10 Aggies on the 46-yard line. Man in motion, hands up to G-Man. He'll bounce left side, stops, cuts, popped to the 50. Fighting forward, but he'll be given progress to the 50-yard line, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, Albertville.
Yeah, running the option this time. This time they give it to G-Man on what he would be kind of considered the fullback. Left-hand side, Bray Patterson and Christian Ramirez, left side of that offensive line, able to get some movement from the Boaz defenders. G-Man gets north and south, Barry, gain of about 4.
8:25 to go in the first. No score. Aggies with it for the second time at midfield. 2nd and 6. One man right side. That's Prater. When I get to the left, that's Sweat. They'll send Sweat in motion. Handoff. He's got to end around. Looks for a block. Stops. Cuts. 45. First down. Albertville to the Boaz. 44-yard line.
Underneath handoff coming this way. Jet Sweet. Brant Sweat gets out into the open field. Number 22 for the Aggies, able to lead him around the corner. That's G-Man with a good block. Needed 6, gained 7, first down, Barry.
And I like that play call with his speed, Chris. Matter of time till he gets around that corner and down the sideline.
That's right.
That time he stopped, cut, picked up 6, first down of the game for either team. W. Watson back in. He's wide left. On the Boaz 44, Aggies driving. No score. CJ hands off to G-Man at the 42. Fighting, being pushed to the 40, 39. Little push to the 37-yard line, a gain of 8. Part of it was G-Man. The other part was the offensive line.
Keith, right there. If Boaz is big and strong enough to push their back forward, not only will we see that, we'll meet you in the Aggie offensive line, showing the Boaz defensive line we can do that too.
I was going to say, get on the bus right there. G-Man's moving the pile. Had a couple of offensive linemen hit him in the back. Hey, I love that. Just keep moving it right down their throat.
They give him 7 on the Boaz 38-yard line. Aggies driving. Chance to go up. And in motion again is Sweat. A hand off to G-Man. He's in the backfield. Will dive forward to the 35. Short by a yard. Give him about 2.5. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Braden Bennett came up to make the play, Barry, but Braden Bennett is a 6'1", 190-pound middle linebacker, and he runs into Ugensley Surratt, who's coming in at 220, giving up roughly, my math's not that good, 30 pounds? You can see right there that the 30 pounds won the battle, able to drive Braden Bennett back for about a 3-yard loss.
3rd down and yard. Gain. We may have a heat timeout, or Boaz will take a timeout. It's brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. No score, Aggies are driving. It's Aggie Pirate Football here on Power 107.5.
Hello, my friends. Terry Mason here for Albertville Discount Tire. Highway 75 in Albertville. You know, next to the railroad track. Albertville Discount Tires, where we sell quality tires at a low wholesale price. Minor repairs, front-end alignments, lift kits for your trucks. We got it all at Albertville Discount Tire here in downtown Albertville. Look, here at Albertville Discount Tire, Daniel knows we can't get everyone's business, but he sure does want yours. Albertville Discount Tire. 256-891-6000.
Albertville Aggie Football presented by Power 107.5 and Howard Bentley Buick GMC. How about this? 3rd down and 1 on the Boaz 35-yard line. He likes to take gambles. My gamble will be put in the end zone. Then come back if you don't get it, 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Give it to G-Man. Go for the touchdown. Why not? Live on the end.
I'm sorry, Barry. I'm going to get the first down.
You want the first down?
I'm going to get the first down.
All right, here we go.
You've been playing too much PlayStation.
35-yard line, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 men wide right. And there he goes. CJ Zuniga playing it safe right up the middle. First down, Aggies, 32-yard line. I guess you get right behind big number 76 if you're Albertville and let Colton Battles lead the way.
Yeah, Colton Battles leading the way. Kellen Hampton at 285-pound junior. You got Christian Ramirez, 275-pound senior. When you've got experience in front of you, just say, guys, you're going to snap it to me, and we're going to rugby scrum this thing forward. Needed 1, gained 3, first down.
Pirate 32-yard line, 1 man right side. That's Prater. G-Man in the backfield with CJ. CJ running the option, going to pitch it back to G-Man. Stops, cuts, sideline, 25, diving to the 22. That is close to an Aggie first. The spot will give him a first down, a gain of 11.
Keith, did you notice this? Boaz slanted to the right. Albertville had a great play call with slanted to the left, and then ended up an option play to the right. Boaz completely out of position for that play.
And I tell you what, guys, downfield, Tay Prater, number 19, worked his guy over like a rented mule down here. I hope we keep running it behind him.
First down, Pirate 20-yard line, 6:01 to go in the quarter. No score, Aggies knocking on the door. CJ hands off. Parker drops, 19, 18. They stuck him at the 20. He broke free, picks up 2 yards, maybe 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Good job there by Colin Parker, Keith, 5'7", 165-pound running back. Kind of got hit by some of the bigger offensive linemen. Got hit in the backfield, but was able to get forward for a gain.
I think now we have the heat timeout. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. No score, Aggies are driving. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Is your pup looking a little rough? Bring them to the Groom Room, Albertville's go-to spot for happy, clean, and pampered pets. We welcome all breeds with a special touch for those lovable doodles. From baths to full grooms, your furry friend is in expert hands. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to 3. And yes, walk-ins are welcome. Mention this radio ad and get 10% off your first visit. 903 East Main Street, Albertville. Call us at 256-878-1656. That's the Groom Room, where tails wag and fluff shines.
Down 7 coming up. Now we have the heat timeout, and crazy as it is, we don't even need it, but we'll take it, though.
Right.
How about this drive, John? It started in good shape for the Aggies. They've had 2 good starts on their drives tonight.
Yeah, Aggies starting at their own 46-yard line. 6 plays later, the ball rests now at the 18-yard line. One thing that Albertville hasn't had in recent history, Barry, is a field goal kicker. If you got the ball inside the 20 that could be consistent, put the ball through, they have a lot of confidence in Philippe John. So right now, what you don't want to do is give any Boaz or turnover to Boaz, because right now you think you're in scoring position.
Second down and 7. This one going to the end zone. 3 receivers left side. CJ's going to roll to the right, going to keep. He's going to be hit, dropped. He wanted the option. He had 3 receivers left side, ran the option to the right. Boaz waiting on that one. No gain at all.
Yeah, that time he came down the line, and a great job there by Peyton Knight, number 56 of Boaz, 6'2", 220 pounds sophomore. He just kind of stayed on the outside eye of C.J. Zuniga. C.J. thought he could pitch, then he said, I better tuck it up. But once again, Peyton Knight, the sophomore defensive lineman, able to come up with a good stop.
3rd down, 7, man, a beautiful night. I hope if we score, wait till it gets a little bit darker. I want to see the light show. We get to see the lights in a minute. Yeah, the brand new lights put in here. All right, 3rd down, 7. Prater, wide right side, Sweats in motion. They give to Parker. He breaks one tackle, breaks free, 15. They're going to stack him up at the 15, a gain of 3. But now you're looking at 4th and 3. Do you go for the field goal or do you take a gamble?
I don't know. I don't see John going out there. I saw number 22.
G-Man came in. I think we're going to stay on offense, guys.
Maybe right. 4th down. They got to get to the 11-yard line. It's 4th and about 3.5. You may even burn a timeout here. This is a big decision. You're on the Boaz 15-yard line. 4th down. 4:35 to go in the first. You're driving. They're going to go, looks like, or maybe try to pull them off sides at least. So far, no penalties at all. Here we go, 15-yard line. 3 men. They get 2 men wide left. Got to get to the Boaz 11. It's 4th down and 3.5. CJ, and now we're going to, I think, call a timeout. Yeah, I think Coach Weingarten said, okay, this is a big play. This could give us the lead. We got to talk about this one.
Yeah, I think so. He put G-Man out there. They kind of stayed in the huddle a little bit longer to come up to the line of scrimmage. And Barry, right now, looks like he's turned around to bring the kicking unit on the field. We said that Coach Weingarten was very confident in the 5'10", 160-pound junior, Philippe John, the exchange student from Germany. And in practice, guys, I think he had to hit 6 or 7 in a row for them to get out of wind sprints one day from about this range. And my man nailed every one of them.
The ball is on the 15. It's at close to the right hash mark. It's going to be about a 32-yard field goal with try from the right hash mark. So it looks like they are going to try the field goal. They're talking about it. You don't think fake a field goal attempt, do you? We saw a fake punt last week.
That's right. You never know.
I don't know.
Nah, I think you give the kicker a chance right here because you have seen what he's done in practice.
All right, C.J. Zuniga to hold. T is at the 22-yard line. So Philip John ready, trying to give the Aggies the lead. Being an exchange student, he doesn't really realize how big this game is against Boaz. The snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, it has a leg. Did it get through?
Look at
yes, Aggies lead. It is good. Let's take a timeout. 4:12 to go in the first. Aggies up 3-0. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. It's Aggie and Boaz football on Power 107.5. Dreaming of the perfect backyard? Now booking for next year. From stunning 3D designs to one-on-one service, Martinez Pools will bring your vision to life in 2026. Vinyl, fiberglass, or Gunite pools, landscaping, sod, irrigation, and waterfalls, outdoor kitchens, hot tubs, and putting greens. Full turnkey service from start to finish. Schedule your spot now. Our openings for next year are limited. Call 256-452-8464 today to reserve your project and make your home the place where kids come to play and memories are made. Back here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring update.
After a great job on a punt, able to get the ball at their own 46-yard line, 8 plays, 39 yards later, Flip John able to nail one from 32 yards out, and the home team in the backyard brawl strikes first blood. Aggies up 3-0.
We going with Philippe, or what?
I'm going to go, I think it's Philip. I think I'm just calling him Philippe. Well, let's go with Philip.
I want to be sure here. When his family calling from overseas.
Yeah.
All right, 3-zip. That was perfect, right down the middle.
Yeah.
Way to go, Philip. Set to go, Aggies with a 3-zip lead, 4:11 to go opening quarter. Kickoff, high kick. returnable coming up at the 15. Last time we led, the other day rep came back and scored on the opening kick. Next kick. Here we go again. 35-yard line, face mask, offensive face mask.
Yeah, for sure.
40-yard line. That's got to be offensive face mask because reaching in and grabbing the face mask was Dayton Porter of one of the Aggie defenders.
And guys, not only, I think we're going to get 2 flags.
Here comes another one.
Yeah, I don't know if this was going to be on Albertville. It may be on the one who was getting face mask because we got a player right now that's fixing to have a counseling session from Coach Weingarten because there was no doubt we had the personal foul face mask to get Boaz.
The last flag come in after everything is over. Somebody said something. I think that's the one we get. Coach Weingarten not happy because the flag would have put the ball back at the 25-yard line. Now, basically, offsetting penalties. So there's a Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag. Got about 5 flags. There's a whole band full of them out there.
Well, guys, I mean, I completely agree with Coach Weingarten on this. There is no reason. You were fixing to get Boaz with a 15 yards backing it up from right there. Right now, those penalties offset, so no harm, no foul. You would have literally put Boaz inside their own 25-yard line, but because of mouthing off and saying something, you give them the ball at the 39-yard line.
Wow.
Guys, a come to the good Lord meeting is taking it lightly. Coach is absolutely beside himself, and I don't blame him.
No,
there was way too much of that last couple of years. Discipline wise, it's been a lot better. We had, I think, one of those last week. You get that, you got to get that out of you. If you're going to beat a team like Boaz, you got to do it right. You got to do it perfect almost. That kind of stuff cannot happen.
He's still chasing it.
Dude, I'm telling you what, he is absolutely
He's
right.
going back after chicken and everything. He's the encore. He's going up a mouthful.
He got a drink of water and it went back.
Sure, yeah, wow.
The sermon, but I think that's once they come down front.
That's
the sermon.
The offering. On the 39-yard line, Boaz with a good start on this drive, down 3-zip, 3:58 to go in the first, and the official just stepped on one of the Aggie players' legs. Okay, we're set to go. Bennett drops back, throws right side, got his man, tries the sideline, 40, stops, cuts, he's hit, 45, dragging a tackler, first down Boaz, all the way to the 49-yard line. That was a good run after the catch by Dayton Porter.
Yeah, it was a great job by Dayton Porter. I mean, quarterback just comes up, throws it out there to him in the flats. And Keith, it looked like one of our defensive backs was turned around, maybe trying to get a call from the safety on a change in coverage. And when he turned his head back around, Porter had literally just ran by him. I think it was just a change there.
First down of the game for the Pirates. 3:25 to go in the first. Aggies up 3-zip. Low snap. Bennett, knee touchdown. Why didn't they call that? Bennett picks it up, rolls to the left. He's going to be dropped. 46-yard line. First thing hit was the back of his head. And I believe was that Jesse. I couldn't see who that was.
Derek Orr. Derek Orr, the cornerback. Yeah. You talk about bringing all, Gene, you talk about bringing all 170 pounds to the party. Holy moly.
No doubt. Okay, so they did not give Boaz a first down on the first play. Okay, it was like second and short. I'm surprised they didn't call Bennett down because he reached in to pick up the loose ball, his knee touchdown, but no whistle. But now it's 3rd down and 3 for Boaz. Bennett. Oh, he just pulled the Aggies offside and let somebody move. We're about to give them 5 yards. There's a Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field.
No doubt about it. Obviously, Boaz remembers this from last year, is that the Aggies are going to try to get after you. They got some first downs last year in that game, if you'll remember, Barry, almost 3rd and shorts. And right there, 3rd, 3.5. Bennett claps his hands. Albertville jumps into the neutral zone, free 5 yards, and a Boaz first down.
And they're on the Aggie side of the field, 49-yard line. First down, Boaz driving, trying to get those points back and take the lead. Bennett out of the gun. Quick drop, throws right side again. Ball is loose. Loose. Was it incomplete? Aggies picked it up. We're saying it's a fumble. Is it a fumble? Aggies recover. But it looked like an incomplete pass to me.
Yeah, it's a fumble.
What is the call?
Wait a minute.
The line judge on the far side kept the play going. Luke Pruitt is in his ear saying that was a forward pass. And right now, we've got the white hat talking it over.
It looked like he threw it forward from where I was standing because we're right at the 45-yard line. Looked like the ball went forward about half a yard. It went up the Boaz receiver's hands, bounced forward. But let's see, was he standing behind the line of scrimmage? This is when you don't have a replay to go back and check. You can't tell.
I didn't figure that.
I think they're just going to call it incomplete pass. Big break for Boaz.
Martin wants that one back because I see the white hat had a meeting, and now Coach Weingarten wants to talk to him and says, hey, what was that meeting about? Because your guy on the far side kept the play going.
Yeah. So they're telling you, they're now talking to Coach Weingarten. It's going to be 2nd and 10. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass, but I think one of the officials said, yeah, it was a forward pass, actually a fumble.
Barry, if I can be totally honest, the ball is setting on about the 49-yard line of Albertville, and where he threw that ball, Gene, I think you'd have to agree, it was a forward pass.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
All right, 2nd and 10. They'll try it again. 3 Pirates wide right side. Fanthel on setback behind Bo Bennett.
Awesome.
And there we go. There's a flag. Again, the Aggies. There's a Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag. You know, we go for no flags the first 6 minutes. We've had a whole bunch of them here in the last couple of minutes.
Did you notice the linebackers were creeping down? Then when they bailed out, that's what caused that offensive lineman to jump. I think he thought that the ball had been snapped, but a good job there by the linebackers of drawing that penalty.
Yeah, he got his weight going backwards, and he was trying his best not to move, but you get to a certain point, you're either going to have to take a step back or fall on your butt. So, man, we just can't give it back to him right here. Stay on sides. Don't do anything silly.
5-yard loss back to the Boaz 46. It'll be 2nd and 15. Bennett drops, looks left side, throws, got his man. Going to be hit and drop. 47-yard line, a gain of a yard. Good job by the Aggie defense. Jude Fan was the first Aggie on the tackle.
Just letting them throw it out here in the flat. Don't let anything get behind you. This outside wide receiver was supposed to go deep. Fant, able to see what he had going on, stayed right with it, came up, made a great tackle, wrapped him up, got him to the ground. Just textbook defense out here on a one-on-one.
Boaz liking the short passes. 3rd down at about 14, we'll call it. 1:49 to go in the quarter. Boaz down 3-zip with the ball. Bennett drops back and whistles flags. Their penalty? I think Boaz moved again. Yeah, another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag. Chris, we've had how many in the last 2 minutes?
4 in the last 2.
Wow.
Far side wide receiver, Barry, looked like that was the player that they were going to try to go to, going to roll the pocket to the far boundary, trying to get a go route with man-to-man coverage over there. Boaz wide receiver left a half a second too early. Got the false start, puts Boaz even further behind the chains.
Now they got to go to the Aggie 39-yard line. They're on their 41, so it's 3rd down and long. Bennett from the gun drops back, looks deep right side, throws 2 men there going up. Intercepted, but he dropped it. Aggies had it, dropped it at the 20-yard line. Either way, Aggies should be getting the ball back, so now Boaz forced to punt.
Keith, coverage like that, it doesn't get any better than that. Great job by the corner on the far side.
No, he was running with him, John, step for step. Looks like the young man needs to come off. He may be having a cramp issue. I think he's our return guy, too.
Yeah, Cooper Scott's going to come off for a second. He went down awkwardly when he fell. He was diving for the ball, had the ball momentarily, and it came out as he was going to the turf. Boaz, after the first down, couple of penalties killed that drive. They're going to punt it away with 1:35 to go in the quarter. High snap, gets it, high kick, short kick again. Ball is going to bounce. Everybody getting away from this one. It's going to take an Aggie bounce back up to midfield. So, John, 3 starts for the Aggies. We've had a good start every single time.
Absolutely. Aggies started their own 45 in their first drive, their second drive at their own 46 that led to the 3 points. And right now, Barry, I believe it or not, even after that great 2 field positions I just told you, the Aggies going to be able to start this possession on their own 49-yard line.
What about offensively, Chris? Aggies, they've thrown it a couple of times, mostly getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, guys, when G-Man was in there, he was getting it done. He's the guy that come in there and boosted us for that drive we had to keep the field goal. Right now, guys, 4 carries, 25 yards for G-Man.
All right, Colin Parker comes back in. You got 1 Aggie to the right side. That's Tate Prater. 2 Aggies wide left, all man-to-man coverage. CJ looks right side. He drops back. He's going to try to go right side. Looks, throws it deep right side. Prater going up in traffic, incomplete. He basically threw that one up for grabs. I think he may have took too long and getting rid of the ball. And the ball just kind of hung up in the air around the 20-yard line.
Keith, I think if he throws that ball more to the middle of the field, the deep safety saw all of that short route stuff in front of him. He goes up to play that. If CJ throws it more back toward the middle of the field or even back toward the Boaz sideline, I think our receiver can run under it.
I don't think he knew which way. I think there was confusion on which route he was running. He just had to watch him. 2nd and 10 in motion again. Sweat hands off to Sweat. Looks for a block to the corner. Stops, cuts. 45, 43. That is close to an Aggie first and a gain of 8. Good job downfield by Prater. Blocking once again.
Gosh, You talk about Tape Raider bringing all 170 pounds to the party. Absolutely, Keith. Right in front of you, blocking his butt off. Looks like we may have a Boaz player hurt in the bench.
It's right in front of the Aggie bench. I couldn't see, but there's somebody down.
Yeah, it's Brant Sweat.
Oh, Sweat.
Okay, so Sweat down right in front of the Aggie bench. That was a gain of 8. Let's see what that almost, I could guess almost a first down, Chris, a gain of 9. Let's see if he's getting up. That's a good sign because right now, that's been most of our offense is getting it to Sweat on the little end around, getting around the corner. And he's up, he's standing. He looks like he's okay.
Keith, when he went down, it looked like he went down on his back. You reckon it was one of those whiplash things where the back of his helmet hit the ground?
I think he might have got the breath knocked out of him, guys. I'll see if I can't get an update in just a second.
Gain of 9. It's 3rd down and 1 from the 42-yard line. 1:07 to go in the quarter. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Boaz, they stand him up at the line. It's going to depend on forward progress. One official shows a good spot. One shows terrible spot. Let's see who drove to the game tonight.
I think that Boaz is going to.
I don't know.
I think Albertville got about 3 inches on that, but Boaz kept him getting the first down.
We are a half a yard short. You got to go here. I would think. Well, it's 4th down and half a yard. Just shy of the Boaz 41. Maybe the last play of the quarter. 40 seconds. Here we go. Aggie's going to go 3 backs in the backfield. Make it 2 now behind C.J. Doing the go. Aggies have got to burn a timeout. Yeah, that's 2. They didn't have the right personnel on the field, we'll say.
Well, and when they broke the huddle with 12 men, one trying to run off. That was going to get him a penalty. Coach Weingard not happy about the personnel getting on and off the field. But a very, very, Keith, a very, very smart timeout here for 4th and inches.
Yeah, you can't take that penalty right there. We're in shape. I think we'll try to go right here, guys, see if we can get the first down, keep this ball to the end of the first quarter.
Guys, did you see what they did defensively there, John, when they moved the nose guard over in front of the center?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then when at the snap of the ball, the 2 middle linebackers went in that A gap, right? They went right. So we were basically locking up the center so Hampton couldn't move the pile forward. The 2 middle linebackers trying to get in that guard center gap and basically just prevent the rugby scrum from coming right at you. Guys, I want you to take a moment. Look at all the people in the stands, but they are standing 2 deep around. This is a big Marshall County rivalry game.
Here we go. 4th down, about a half a yard. 32.5 left here in the first quarter. Aggies up 3-zip with the ball. CJ under center. Going to be push. Oh, yeah. First down, 39, 38, 37, all the way to the 37. More than enough for an Aggie first down. A gain of 5. Big thank you to the Aggie center leading the way on that play.
Do you think Kaylor Slivka and Bryant Nelson, the 2 offensive line coaches, do you think that they didn't challenge their offensive line during that timeout?
Oh, yeah. I think the Aggies will let the clock wind down. And while we're in timeout, Keith, you may want to pull into the pits and change your batteries.
I think I about got it done. It's hard to do with one arm.
I know. We'll take a timeout as the clock winds down to 6 to 5. First quarter's over. Let's take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. After 1, Aggies lead Boaz 3-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
When it comes to your home comfort, you need a team you can trust. At One Team Heating and Cooling, we are here for all your heating and cooling needs. Whether it's repair, installation, or maintenance, we offer the latest in air purification, the new Calgon Air Purifier. This state-of-the-art system works to clean the air in your home by eliminating dust, smoke, odors, and even viruses and bacteria to live and breathe comfortably. Call Don Abbott at One Team today at 256-660-0950.
Looking for a taste of the South right here in Albertville? Look no further than Papa Doobie's, conveniently located at 9510 Highway 431. Open Tuesday through Saturday, Papa Doobie's serves up mouth-watering jambalaya, juicy steaks, fresh seafood, and comforting pasta dishes that'll leave your taste buds dancing. And don't forget about Little Doobie's, our charming on-site event center. Planning a holiday party? Book now before spots fill up. Call 256-894-7878. Papa Doobie's, where good food and great times come together.
Welcome back. That was a good quarter of football. Well, first 6 minutes. Then you got into the penalties, but still, Aggies lead 3-0. Second quarter underway. Aggies first down and 10 on the Boaz, about 37-yard line, we'll call it. CJ out of the gun, turns hand up to G-Man. He's going to be hit at the 35, fighting to the 33. Boy, he is strong. He drugged that tackler about 4 yards.
Keith, you actually got to coach G-Man at one time, did you not?
No. He came along, I was already finished coaching. But it's amazing. You know, I've got to watch him as a middle school player, and he was probably 190 pounds as a middle school player and ran up down the field on everybody. We were really excited to get him to this varsity level. He's got to be 220 now. If he gets hit in the backfield, guys, he's going to pick up 2 yards. I mean, he's that strong.
Gain 4, second and 6 from the Pirate 33. Zuniga, man in motion, hands it off to Sweat. No, he's going to be us Dez. Dez, they're going to throw him and the lineman back. That was a powerful play by the Pirates. Couldn't see who that was, John. I think it was a Peyton Knight. He tackled the blocker and the running back, Dez Simpson.
Now, actually, Barry, it was the Jack linebacker. They brought him on a blitz, number 16, Noah Ford, coming off of that outside. And you're right, Barry, just absolutely blew up the blocker. Nowhere for Dez to go, and able to wrap him up for a big loss, making third down and very long.
Third down long from the 30, make it 41-yard line. 10:44 to go in the half. 2 men wide right side. CJ looks over man-to-man coverage. I'd go deep. You got man-to-man. I think with their speed, I think we can take it to the house. CJ drops back, throws it short. Sweat makes the catch, dancing around, gets away from 1 man, from 2. Now needs a block, 45 to the 40. Good run by Sweat. Ends up making about a yard. After all that, it's going to be 4th down and long.
He looked like they were trying to set up a middle screen. And when Sweat came back to the middle, like the linebackers and the defensive line were still just kind of standing there waiting for him to come. Then he just said, well, I'll just try to improvise. And it was able to gain a couple of yards, but it looked like Boaz kind of had everything on that middle screen sniffed out.
Yeah, guys, you got to keep in mind, Coach Pruitt's a defensive coordinator by heart. He's doing some stuff that I remember him doing. He was at Albertville. Previous play before that, when he blitzed the jack off the edge, that's something we used to do. We would blitz to the motion guy, and then they would roll to a cover 3.
Aggie's going to punt it away. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's going to bounce around the 15 to the 10, inside the 10 to the 5, down the sideline to the 4. That ball had eyes.
Yeah.
It stayed in bounds to the 4-yard line.
Oh, key field level. The ball hits, looks like it's going out of bounds, and then turns an immediate right, goes down the sidelines, and the Aggies able to kill it at the 4.
Yeah, that's one of those sandwich shots, guys. I think that's what they call it. I don't play golf, but that thing checked up at the 4-yard line. I mean, just like you want it to do, just like you draw it up.
The way the defense has been playing, Chris, this is huge. Field position, they're on the 4-yard line. Man, looking around the stadium, this is just a gorgeous night for football. Looking at the sunset to our right, we've now got the flag in the different corner of the end zone. Just a beautiful night for high school football and a good game.
Total offense for Boaz, 9 yards.
Wow. And they're on their 4-yard line starting this drive. Taking the snap from the ocean, from the end zone. The ocean. The snap. Hands off. Looks for some room, fighting to the 6. That's the big running back there. That's Presley Fant. He gets 2, maybe 3.
I think he's going to get a couple of yards coming on. They tried to run a trap inside. Great job there by the linebackers to be able to fill that gap. Very generous spot. They're going to give him 3. But I think you also got to give credit to the 12th man, the Aggie band, playing really, really loud down there, making it really, really tough on Bennett, the quarterback.
9:14 to go on the half. Aggies are up 3-0. Boaz with the ball on their own 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7 to go. There's all kinds of motion there. Everybody's moving around.
Yeah, so what happened, he could have gone in motion, but Keith, it looked like the wing back, it was kind of, you made a football move because of the Aggie band.
Well, and the right tackle jump too, guys. It's one of those deals where he was falling backwards, slow motion again, like the other guard did earlier. The band is really making a difference down here. This freshman quarterback for Boaz has never heard a band like that. You're down here in front of his, he is, he's in a little bit of a nervous situation.
That's 300 strong right in your ear hole. So it's they're going to move it half the distance back to the 3.5-yard line. Did the Aggies give them 5 back?
Sure did.
Aggies jumped. Boaz trying to pull the Aggies off. Aggies will come out on the losing side of this one. Boaz got half the distance. We get a full 5-yard penalty with another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field.
Barry, can we just put an asterisk for our radio audience? If they hear me go, before you say anything, then that means we jumped in the neutral zone.
Because we had them back up on the 3-yard line. Then now we give them the ball on the 8. So it's 2nd down and 5. So now they got some breathing room. At least Bennett now is out of the end zone waiting on the snap. 2 men wide left. Boy, the Aggie band. The ball is loose. He picks it up. He's going to be tackled in the end zone. Ball is loose. Aggies recover. They're going to call him down.
I think they're going to call him down.
Half-yard line.
They're going to call him down at the half-yard line. Yeah. No, let's see. No, they called it a... Now, wait a minute. Yeah. They're giving the ball back to Boaz because
on the half-yard line.
Yeah, just hit.
Give credit to the Aggie band again. There was some confusion between the Boaz offensive line and the quarterback, Keith. The ball came back and he wasn't ready for it.
No, I don't think he was ready for the snap. And bless his heart, he looks like he's got a little bit of a limp right now after that hit.
Wow.
The band is totally making a difference right now.
Boaz will talk this over. So here's the deal. It's going to be, third down and 13 from the half-yard line. They've got to go to the 14. They're right at the half-yard line.
Yeah.
You don't have much choice here. Return, I would think, and just give it to your big running back fan or quarterback keeper, one of the two.
And Bennett right there, guys, he got the snap, but he wasn't ready for it. And he's lucky that he didn't drop back just out of panic. You got to credit a little bit of the wherewithal of the young man. He immediately tried to get down. I know the Aggie fans down here in front of us wanted a safety, if not a touchdown. But, Barry, his rump did hit at the half-yard line before he went into the end zone.
Here's the deal. If you stop him on this play, Chris, Boaz's special teams averaging about 15, 20 yards a punt.
Yeah, they're struggling punting, guys.
We'll get the ball back somewhere around the 20, 25, 30-yard line.
Yes,
Boaz's 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Probably even better than that. Unless they pull up some kind of miracle play. I don't see them taking a chance here because you're only down 3-0. You don't want to just take a chance here, gamble, and get sacked in the end zone. So here we go. Bennett will be standing in the end zone waiting on the snap. He's got Fant beside him. They're on their half-yard line going the other way. Aggies lead 3-0. 8:46 to go on the half. Boaz, third down at about 13. The snap.
They jump.
He drops back. There's a flag down. Now, the flag, it's not going to matter, but because you can't move it any further than where it is. It's already at the inch line.
Yeah, from the half-yard line. Guys, that penalty, welcome to the Albertville Aggie band because the quarterback's yelling one thing, the linemen are trying to talk, the guard thinks that the ball has been snapped. He came out of his stance. Give that one to the Albertville Aggie band.
I like the play call. He's going to throw the ball. If he throws an interception, fine. It's about 30 yards. If it's incomplete, fine. Who knows, you may get lucky and complete it. I would look for the same thing. I would send the house after quarterback Bennett.
That band's rolling now, buddy.
Yeah, the cheerleaders were down here making a ruckus, too.
All right, Bennett from the end zone. The snap. Drops back, looks, throws left side. Got his man complete to the 11. Going to be hit and going down backwards. He had one man to beat. Had he got around him, he had first down and more. They're going to drive him back to the 10, so that's going to be 4th down and 4.
He ran a sticks route. They were just trying to get him out there. Had man-to-man coverage with 0, which is going to be Cooper Scott. Cooper turns around, able to see what's going on, and then all of a sudden, I think it was Evan House who was able to come up from the safety position and make the tackle shy of the first down.
All right, Aggies should get it back in good shape. Cooper Scott stands on the Boaz 35, waiting on the punt. Punter standing about 5 yards deep in the end zone. The snap, the kick, high kick, best kick of the night. Here comes the return. He's got time. He drops it, picks it up, 45 to the 40, left side, 30. Oh, wait a minute. They've already stopped the play. Did he call a fair catch?
Oh, they're saying that he called a fair catch. Coach Weingarten absolutely. Cooper Scott did not call a fair catch.
Oh, my goodness.
Cooper Scott was clearing out everybody in front of him. His hand did not go above his head.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. They just took a touchdown away from Albertville.
Cooper Scott went around the corner and was going to go in untouched down the sideline. But it's Aggie football. But it's on the 47-yard line of Boaz. Great kick, best kick of the night. They're going to say that Cooper called a fair catch at the 47 and therefore could not return the punt.
Now, Cooper did not call a fair catch. What he was doing is he was pointing. He was pointing.
Yeah.
The hands never went above his shoulders. He was pointing at those guys in front of him to let him know what he was going to do. And then he was catching the ball to come to the near side. But Cooper Scott's hands never called a fair catch. He was directing his blockers in front of him. That is an absolute missed call by this officiating staff.
That's a game changer right there. So now the Aggie offense, still a good start. 47-yard line, first down with 7:50 to go in the first half. CJ turns, hands off to Parker, breaks the tackle, 44, 43 to the 42-yard line. Good run by Parker. It's a gain of about, they're going to give him 5, maybe 6 yards.
Boys, I'm going to tell you something. The way the defense is played, the way that the momentum of this crowd is right now, you can just feel the energy. The offensive line right there. You talk about Patterson, Ramirez, Hampton, Robinson, and Beck absolutely fired off the line, Coach, and got the Boaz defenders on skates.
Touchdown, here's a game changer. 2nd down and 5 on the Boaz 42. CJ, Prater, wide left side, Sweat to the right, he's in motion. The gift to G-Man up the middle. It's going to be hit, dropped, 39-yard line, a gain of 3. Going to be close to a first. Going to be third down at about 2 with 7:05 to go in the half. Aggies up 3-zip. 39-yard line, third down. They're in two-down territory here, Chris.
Oh, yeah,
Even if you don't
absolutely.
get it on this play, you've got another one.
Guys, right there, G-Man runs into the only guy that's going to be able to tackle him almost one-on-one, even though he picked up good yardage. And that's number 3, Jaden Durden, the senior, 6'2", 235. Ran right into his arm, still picked up.
All right, third down and 2 from the 39-yard line. Sweat in motion, and there's movement again. Is it the Aggies? Oh, wow. If it is, there's another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field. Yep, going to be against Albertville. Now, instead of third and 2.5, you got third down and 7.
Got a couple of offensive linemen that knew that was a crucial third down, Barry. C.J. Zuniga yelling out to the players, trying to make some changes, bringing his men in motion. And when he did, a couple of linemen left a little bit too early. Barry, while we have a little bit of break, just for our fans to know, Auburn playing tonight. Auburn's just scored a touchdown. I believe it's 7-3 Auburn over Baylor right now.
That's a rare Friday night game. Here we go, third down 7 for the Pirate 44. Aggies send 3 men wide right side. Boaz showing blitz. 6:25 to go in the half. The snap, CJ rolls right side. Looks, throws it down the sideline. Going up, Prater's there. Turned around, incomplete. Never had a chance on that one. He got turned around. The ball was going to bounce out of bounds anyway. So now it's 4th down and 7. Boy, how big was that penalty a second ago, Chris?
Wow. I mean, those every penalty we've had on us tonight has been big penalties.
That was a 3rd and 2. That changes your play call completely.
Well, Barry, 3 wide receivers on the far side, all of them running routes. The inside guy had a post route. Outside guy had a go route. Think CJ just kind of locked on the go route, wanted to go deep. But Keith, the inside wide receiver, ran a sticks route. The defender fell down. If CJ checks it down, it's a first down for the Aggies.
Aggies lining up to punt. Zuniga back at his 44. He got it. Pressure's coming. Good kick away from the deep man. He's going to bounce 25-20. Aggie roll again. 15. I tell you, CJ has done an outstanding job. Special teams. Punting, you can't get much better than that. 15-yard line. Boaz, as far as field position, they haven't had a very good night, John. That's another bad start.
Yeah, Boaz is, I guess, their best field position. They had the 35, the 29, the 39, but their last 2 starts started at their own 4-yard line, and right now their own 15-yard line, still in the shadow of their own goalpost. And right now the Aggies, if they can keep Boaz pinned down on this end, you got to like our chances for something to happen with 6 to go.
All right, we'll keep it here. 6:08 to go in the half. 3-0 Albertville just joining us. Phillip John kicked a 32-yard field goal with 4:11 to go in the first quarter. Since then, it's been some penalties here, penalties there. Aggies playing field position. Boaz hasn't had a good start as far as offense, and it's been a while.
Barry, you remember last week when it was the Albertville defense that kept them in the game in the first half when they just couldn't get anything going offensively? It kind of has that eerie feeling, except flip it over this time, where Boaz's defense has been basically having to go out there. They've got the gun pointed at them, I guess you could say. And with that being said, just having to keep the Aggies off the scoreboard. And you hate to say this, Barry, but you got to kind of credit Boaz's defense of being put in bad situations, but turning the Aggies away.
Boaz coming out with 5 wide receivers, so a different look. Fant is one of the wide receivers out of the backfield. Quarterback Bennett out of the gun. Bennett steps back, looks, throws right side, got his man complete. Dropped down around the 24. Goes to Bennett, goes downfield. It's going to be close to a Pirate first, right at the sticks. Let's see if they give him a first. It's either it is a gain of 10, first down Boaz.
It seems like the defensive line and linebackers have kind of sniffed out Fant, the running back, nowhere for him to go. This time they put him out in the pattern. They just kind of do a little quick out route, get the ball in his hands in space, gets north and south, needed 10, gained 11, first down.
Clock running, 5:47 to go in the half. Aggies up 3-0. Boaz with the ball, first down. Bennett hands off to Fant. Fant following his blockers over the line, 26, 27, 28, a gain of 3. The middle of that Aggie defensive line making the stop, a short gain of 3.
Keith, right there, once again, the defensive line of Albertville doing a really, really good job against that big, heavy, talked about offensive line all week long.
Yeah, doing a pretty good job against that big running back that ran wild last week, too.
Peyton Hall was the first Aggie on the tackle. Here we go, 2nd down and 7 for the Pirates. 3 men wide, left side. Bennett out of the gun. Bennett looks, quick pass, left side, throws, got his man. Gets around one man, 30-yard line. They're going to drive him out of bounds. Good job of Cooper Scott. Here comes a flag.
Yeah, Cooper Scott driving him out of bounds. Barry, that is a really, really close call. I think if that happens on the Albertville sidelines, you don't get it, but one of the other defenders were coming up to make a play and drive him out of bounds, and it looks like we may get an unsportsmanlike conduct or a personal foul of a late hit out of bounds, but wow, what a play.
I guess he just didn't stop tackling. He just kept going. Tackled him all the way to the cooler. They're talking it over. One official, maybe he's saying, it wasn't a personal foul because there were two officials on the play over there. So they're talking, they're going to say face mask, Boaz, and personal foul, Albertville. So there we go. There were two penalty flags. So the Marshall County Sheriff, they're getting their money's worth again tonight with another penalty flag.
One in one cell and one in the other cell right there. I think that's going to offset penalties, would it not?
Yeah.
We'll just play this one over.
So that's going to be the call. So now it's 2nd down and 7. Boaz, that's what they're living on tonight, Chris. The running game's not there. Just those quick, short passes.
Yeah, so far Bennett tonight, guys, he is 3 for 7 for 30 yards passing. Like you said, Barry, the biggest game is 11 yards on one pass play.
Let's see what they're
doing.
doing.
Are they marking it off?
Well, I think they're marking off one penalty, and now they're going to mark off the other penalty. It might have been like a 5-yard face mask against Boaz, but then a 15-yard penalty against us. We're going to move the chains.
Got you. So the chains do move. It gives Boaz a first down to the 40-yard line. 5:05 to go on the half. Boaz now driving, really, thanks to penalties. So 40-yard line, first down Pirates.
Starting to get their own 15, Barry. They have, as you said, aided by penalties, able to get out here around midfield.
All right, Fant now in the backfield with Bennett. Bennett out of the shotgun. He's crediting the line, drops back, throws quick throws. There's a flag, another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field. Yeah. It's like every snap now we're getting a penalty flag.
Keith, looks like the linebacker was going to blitz, and as he blitzed and got up there, neutral zone, offensive guard, right side for Boaz, came out of his stance a little early.
Yeah, what do you call it? Getting the yips there, John?
Yips.
That's happened a couple of times tonight.
How many flags do we have total tonight, Chris?
That's 9 so far.
9 here in the first half, and we're still in the second quarter.
You got to put your shoes off in a minute again, Gene.
Get the calculator.
All right, so they're going to back it up 5. So it's 1st and 15. 5:05 to go on the half. 3-0. Aggies on top with a field goal midway in the first quarter. Boaz with the ball, 1st and 15. Bennett, nobody in the backfield with him. He drops back, looks, throws right side. Got his man complete. Tries to shake a tackler, 45, slaying him down. Wow. Good job by the Aggie defense. I love that tackle. Good job by Derek Orr. The Boaz receiver again was Dayton Porter, and no gain, 2nd and 15.
Keith, they have come after Derek Orr. I don't know if they saw something on film, but they've came his way 3 times on man-to-man coverage, and Derek Orr has stood the test all 3 times.
He's a very sure tackler, guys. Breaks down, does everything he's supposed to do. He gets his hands on you, you're going to go down.
2nd down at about 16, right in front of the Aggie band again. Bennett drops, looks left side, looks, throws it left side.
Flutter.
Got a man, got it, complete, 30-yard line. First down, Boaz, down he goes with a big first down for the Boaz Pirates.
Far side wide receiver, Barry. I believe that was number 12 for Boaz.
Yeah, Sage Bennett.
Yeah, Sage Bennett. You reckon they've done that? Of course, kinfolk to kinfolk there. He got inside position on the corner on the far side, just running a deep post, able to catch it over at the shoulder at the 34, brought down at the 30.
Clock running, 4:16 to go on the half. Boaz on the Aggie 30-yard line. Biggest play of the game for either team. Bo Bennett, the quarterback, looks left side, 3 receivers. Bennett drops back, looks left side, now being chased, gets rid of it, throws it, got his man complete, down the sideline, 25-20. Going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 20. First down, Boaz.
Had to be a blown coverage right there. Keith had too many defensive backs in the back, and then the back coming out of the inside slot receiver who just kind of ran about a 2-yard out, just literally out there wide open, nobody within 15 yards of him.
Yeah, nobody was in the flats that time, guys. Definitely a busted coverage.
Boaz on the Aggie 16-yard line. First down and 10. 2 men wide right side. Bennett out of the gun. Fant stands beside him. Man in motion to the right. That's Porter. Bennett drops, looks right side, throws it towards the end zone. There's a man back there going up, tipped, complete. Derek Orr almost with an amazing interception right in front of you, Keith Ball.
Hey, guy went up, high pointed the football, did a great job on that play. He's going over to get coached up a little bit right now. But what a play by that young man. That's a touchdown saving play.
Well, at first, I thought they had a touchdown, Chris, because the receiver's about 5 yards behind both defenders.
Yeah, he did a great job tipping the ball to himself, and he almost come up with it.
Or having a good first half. It'll be 2nd and 10. Boaz clock stop, 3:30 to go here in the first half. Boaz trying to tie or take a lead with the touchdown. Bennett turns, hands off to Fant. Fant bounces right side, 15 to the 10, to the 5, to the goal line, dives. The ball is loose, but he went down the ground. Did he get in, or is it at the goal line at the half-yard line? 1st and goal, Boaz.
You throw the ball, you throw the ball, you throw the ball. Then you come back and you hand it off on the run. Big running back, physical offensive line, had the Albertville defense on skates, and he's down at the 1-yard line.
Best drive of the game for the Pirates. 1st and goal from the half-yard line. Bennett. Fant behind him, hands it to Fant. Fant drops the ball, diving on it back at the 8-yard line. He ran into one of his own blockers. The ball popped loose, John, and luckily he recovers back at the 8-yard line.
Boy, and he better be glad that he dove, because Keegan Thompson was right on his hip pocket. When Fant hit the ball, I thought the ball was going to come out, but he was able to hold it and fight the ball away from Keegan Thompson. But that is a huge turnaround by the defense. It was 1st and goal at the 1, now 2nd and goal out at the 8.
Changes your play call altogether. 2:35 to go in the half. 3-0 Albertville. Boaz on the Aggie 8-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 8. Bennett turns, quick drop, throws right side, throws it behind his receiver, incomplete. It bounces out of bounds. We're going to say incomplete, or is it going to say it was a fumble?
They're going to say it was a backwards pass, because Barry, the ball was at the 8-yard line. Line judge here on the near side came back to where the ball went out of bounds at the 12, saying that it was a backwards pass. Wow. So I was going to say they've got to back that ball up about 4 yards. And the Aggies right now doing what they did last week in the first half against Arab, just not going to give up the touchdown.
The 11.5-yard line, 3rd and goal from the 11.5. Clock stop, 2:27 to go in the half. Bennett out of the guns, got 5 receivers. Bennett drops, looks, quick pass right side. Got Fant, got him, dropped him, 17-yard line. Open field tackle. Keegan Thompson will make that. Draven Hendricks drops him. Another loss, a loss of 4 more yards.
No doubt in my mind that they told in the defensive huddle when they made that call, Draven Hendricks, that is your guy. Doesn't matter where he goes, you go with him. They threw it out to him on a quick pass out here in the flats, and as soon as he got it, Draven Hendricks comes up, lays the wood to him, and now the Aggies with a chance. A chance, guys. They had the ball inside the 1-yard line. If they give up 3 points, that'll be a huge victory for the defense.
They're going to try the field goal, try to tie it. The holder is going to put the tee down at the 23 and a half. So it's a 33.5-yard field goal from the right hash mark. 1:35 to go on the half. The snap gets it down. The kick is up, has the leg. It looks good, and we are tied. Let's take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. We are tied at 3 with 1:24 to go in the half. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
Game. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring update.
After an Aggie punt, they got Boaz at their own 15. Credit the Boaz offense in an 11-play drive encompassing 67 yards before they bogged down. Bennett, however, comes to the rescue for the Pirates with a 32-yard field goal. And guys, with 1:24 left to go in the backyard brawl in the first half, we're all knotted up, Barry, at 3 apiece.
I like that kicker. He had the leg. I think we've got a battle of good kickers here.
Yes, we do.
Hey, score. Auburn scored again?
Yep, sir.
14-3, right?
Yep. Fixing to go for the extra point right here.
All right, so that was a good drive of Boaz, aided by some Aggie penalties, and the one big play was the pass play from Bennett to Bennett for most of the yards.
Yeah, that was 37 yards right there.
All right, 3-3. We are tied, 1:24 to go here in the half. There's too many penalties on both sides over the past, really, last quarter. It's hard to get any momentum going. Boaz did a good job, even with penalties, to get that drive going. So from the 40-yard line, 1st down and 10. Here's the kick, short kick. Boaz almost recovered the onside kick. at the 36-yard line. That was close to recovering the onside kick.
And right now, Coach Pruitt across the way is talking to the line judge on the far side. He's now bringing in the white hat. He's saying that his guy caught it and got 1 foot down, which would make it a long onside kick. And so right now, all the referees are having a discussion. There's the possibility that Boaz may have gotten this if Coach Pruitt across the way can win his case.
So there's a flag down right in front of the Boaz bench at the 36.
Yeah, like he kicked it out of bounds, right?
Or that could be a sideline warning or went out of bounds. I don't know. Let's see what
I'm wondering, Barry, is did he throw the flag prematurely thinking it was going out of bounds? Because the Boaz guy caught the ball in the air, and I thought I saw him get a foot down, which would constitute possession, would it not, Keith?
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. If he'd have got a foot down, but I don't know how you overturn that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
In high school ball. Yeah, it's going to be.
They're going to say that it. Yep, they're going to say that it went out of bounds. But guys, what a great play! Even though it didn't work, what a great play!
Are they showing flag Albertville? Unless he got it, because I couldn't see what he signaled, but they pointed Albertville. I wonder if he meant Boaz.
Yeah,
okay,
there we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Toward the school, not away from the school.
You got it turned around there. All right, so Aggies will have it on the 41-yard line. So do you take a chance? A minute 17 to go, I say.
Absolutely.
You like to gamble. Throw it deep. Here we go. 41-yard line, Aggie football. First down and 10. CJ turns, hands off, trying to cut around the corner. He's got a block, 45, midfield to the hole. He runs over a man. That was a good run. They put Techeria in the backfield. I'll tell you, the defensive player turned offensive player. He's a good athlete.
Tate Prater, number 19 here along the near side. Not going to have his name anywhere on that run on Jink's stat sheet, but a great block that allowed Sweat, I believe is what you said, to turn the corner. He's able to get north and south. That is a great block here along the edge to spring us for, what would that roughly be, 11?
12 on my stat sheet.
How about Techeria? That was a good looking run, and he punished somebody at the end.
Yes.
First down on the Boaz 46, 109 to go in half. Aggies have time. CJ turns, fakes the hand up, drops the ball. It's loose. Boaz has got it on the Aggie 46-yard line.
Oh, my gosh. Keith right there, CJ trying to get the ball into the running back's hands. CJ wanted to pull it. I think the running back thought that he was giving it, and just kind of a miscue there at the mesh point. Ball ends up on the ground. Boaz linebackers blitzing, able to gobble it up.
You know, that happens sometimes. That was Techeria's, second offensive play?
Yes.
So, that's something new to him. He didn't do that at all last week. There he is on a big play, and this a little confusion there. Now, Boaz has it with 1:04 to go in the half on the Aggie 46-yard line, first down and 10.
And with one timeout, that means their entire playbook pretty much open to him, Barry.
So here we go. Last time able to throw the ball from Bennett to Bennett, see if they put it back in the air. 2 men wide left side, 2 to the right. Aggie's big turnover. Dropped it back to pass. Bennett being chased, rolling right side, being chased. Throws it up for grabs, turning for the ball. Tip, incomplete, almost picked off by Orr. He just threw that one up for grabs.
He had a lot of pressure in his face. I think he thought he was going to get it further down there, Keith, but too much air, nearly got it picked.
Yeah, he did. And, boy, they got away with one right there. They were holding, let's see, that was Drevin Hendricks on the play. He breaks through, does a great job moving around his guy, gets back there. He's grabbed. They don't see it. They should have been backing them up right there.
All right, second down and 10. Clock stopped, 54 seconds to go in the half. Boaz ball tied at 3. Turns hands off to Fan. Fan breaks free to the 40. Stops, cuts, 39. Dropped, finally 39-yard line. Good job by the Aggie defense. Jude Fan drops him a gain of 8. It'll be third down and 2. Will the Pirates call a timeout? No, it's running with 40 seconds.
Good job there by the running back, Fant, coming up there. But Fan, as you said, coming up from his safety position, makes a touchdown-saving tackle.
Third down and 2. Clock running, 30 seconds, 29. Bennett hands off right side. Fan again, first down, 30, inside the 30, 26-yard line. Now they may stop the clock, and they will, with 23.1 to go in the half. Let's take a timeout. Timeout. We're not going to call a timeout. Hold on, we'll keep it here. I thought they were signaling timeout, then they chose not to. Okay. Now the clock's running. 20, 19, 18. They're not going to call a timeout. Big move here by the Pirates. Clock at 14, 13. Bennett, the snap. Finally, the snap drops back. Looks, throws right side. Got his man, drops it at the 21. Incomplete with 4.2 What happened? Why would you not call a timeout there?
Guy, what happened right there? I think Coach Pruitt knew that the clock was going to stop as they moved the chains, and I think that he was over there just cajoling his offense to snap the ball. Bennett taking way too much time on the snap, and now no choice but to go to the end zone.
Yeah, because you're not in field goal range. Chris, even with a good kicker, that's about a 43, 44-yard field goal.
Yeah, their kicker had good leg, but I don't think it was that good.
Wow, did not call a timeout. Now with 4 seconds to go, maybe the last play of the half on the Aggie 26. Bennett, you would think, will put it in the end zone. Bennett turns, fakes, play action, looks, throws it to the right side in the end zone. He is open, goes, got it. Touchdown, Boaz.
Wow. Inside coverage. It was just they ran the inside receiver, ran a short route to hold the safeties in place. Outside wide receiver got inside position on the defensive back, and Bennett just throws it up high, and the Boaz Pirate goes and high points the ball in the middle of the end zone. Absolutely. I mean, just like you draw it up on the play sheet.
You know, I talked about eye discipline earlier, too. It came back to bite us right there. You cannot be peeking. If we're playing man-to-man, you can't be peeking in the backfield. You've got to run with your guy, know where he's at, put a hand on him. You can't let that happen.
Well, after the point after the kick, it is up. It looks good from here, and it is good. So no time on the clock. Boaz scores with no time remaining. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. Halftime, Boaz leads 10-3. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Wilson's Barbecue in Albertville. The little store with big barbecue. Invite you to come enjoy delicious barbecue before going to the big game. Check out one of their many specials like barbecue salad, barbecue sandwiches, plates, ribs, and chicken. All meat served by Wilson's Barbecue is fresh, never frozen, cooked and pulled daily. Wilson's is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can call in your order at 256-878-5213.
Hi, I'm Jason Simpson with Randy Jones & Associates, your local trusted choice insurance agency and proud supporter of the Aggies. We don't just work here, we live here. We know Albertville, and for over 40 years, we've been helping our neighbors protect what matters most. From your home and car to your business and future, we've got you covered with smart, affordable insurance tailored just for you. Come see us on Highway 431 in Albertville or give us a call at 256-878-3271 for your free, no-obligation quote. And you know what we say, go Aggies.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Holgan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
The furniture shop Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Albertville and Henniger is offering you low prices on all Lazy Boy furniture. Their showroom is filled with spectacular selection of recliners, sofas, entire room groups, and much more. Lazy Boy is designed to fill your home with quality crafted furniture with exclusive features for feel-good comfort that's built to last. Come on in now and save at the furniture shop Lazy Boy Comfort Studio on Highway 431 in Albertville and Highway 75 in Henniger.
At Liberty Bank, we value our local schools and are proud to support all of our teams because this is our community too. To everyone who puts in the long hours of practice to help our kids win in life and on the field, we salute you. Whether you're coach from the sidelines, sell concessions, or score touchdowns, the Liberty Bank team is cheering for you. So from our team to yours, let's make it a great season. Liberty Bank. Local bankers serving local customers since 1971.
Bright stadium lights, a pool of cold water to dive into, a warm gymnasium to watch from the bleachers or hustle on the court. Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board of Albertville has been behind these moments, lighting the way towards a brighter future for Albertville. As proud supporters of our community and Albertville City Schools, every game you play, every practice you attend, and every moment you cherish is powered by a team you can trust. From clean water and wastewater management to electricity, MUB delivers reliable services at a reasonable cost. You can trust MUB to keep the lights on and the community strong now and for generations to come.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Labor Day sale favorites this week at Foodland Plus in Albertville. Family pack 73% lean fresh ground beef, $4.29 a pound. Prairie Fresh whole Boston Bud pork roast, $1.79 a pound. Preferred Angus beef ribeye steak, family pack $12.99 a pound. 8-pound bag U.S. No. 1 Colorado russet potatoes, $3.99 each. Sweet seedless watermelons, $3.99 each. Fago soft drinks, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $12. Bush's Best baked beans or grilling beans, 21 to 28 ounce, 2 for $4 at Foodland Plus in Albertville.
Welcome back to Albertville halftime. The Boaz Band with their halftime show. If you're just joining, it's 10-3 Boaz. Aggies scored first, 32-yard field goal with 4:11 to go in the first quarter. Aggies went up 3-zip. Then Boaz came back late in the second quarter. Boaz tied the game up with a 33-yard field goal with 1:24 to go in the half. Aggies then turned the ball over. Boaz got it back. A couple of plays later, a touchdown pass from Bennett to Bennett from 26 yards out. Boaz goes up 10-3. Tough first half for the Aggies. Had great field position the entire first half, but could not take advantage of it. And then with some key penalties, Boaz able to keep their drive alive, able to go in and tie it up and then come back with a touchdown pass at the very end of the first half. We'll have some halftime stats and more coming up. Let's take another timeout, halftime score. Boaz leads Albertville 10-3. You're listening to Aggie Football here on Power 107.5.
This is Billy Ann with Howard Bentley Buick GMC. We want to wish the Albertville Aggies good luck this year. Whether you are on the field or performing at halftime, we are cheering for you. Check us out for all of your vehicle needs. From sales to service, we have you covered. And remember, it's always worth the drive to Howard Bentley Buick GMC. Go Aggies!
This is Dustin Hornbuckle, your local Alpha agent. In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and the best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call the Hornbuckle Agency to start saving today at 256-744-7233 or stop by our office at 10675 U.S. Highway 431.
You've probably heard the term community bank and wondered what that means. Banking regulators describe it in various ways, but at Citizens Bank and Trust, we believe our simple definition says it all. We're of the community, not just in it. From business loans to personal banking, you'll appreciate a friendly experience that's big on expertise and service. Citizens Bank and Trust, the small bank making a big difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1986, BG's Restaurant on Baltimore Avenue has provided fast, friendly service, specializing in fresh chicken tenders, french fries, coleslaw, old-fashioned hamburgers, milkshakes, made-from-scratch breakfast biscuits, ham, sausage, and bacon, and they have pancakes. BG's features daily specials and always 3 small hamburgers for one low price. Come in or call ahead, 256-878-9294. BG's Restaurant, 1105 Baltimore Avenue in Albertville.
A tradition of excellence and state-of-the-art technology. That's what you get at H&H Printing. They're your source for promotional products, digital offset printing, and wide format printing, including banners, signs, posters, blueprints, and more. Voted best print shop in the Reporter Readers Poll. H&H Printing has been serving Marshall County and surrounding areas for 46 years. Located on Highway 431 in Albertville. Call Keith Holbrooks at 256-878-8829. H&H Printing, a proud supporter of the Albertville Aggies.
Marshall County Gas District reminds you to call before you dig. Call 811. Know where you can dig. Utility lines and pipes could be buried anywhere on your property. Whether you hire a contractor or do the work yourself, always contact the Marshall County Gas District before you dig. Call to prevent outages, property damage, and even serious injury. Call 811. Dig safe. It's smart, it's free, and it's the law. A safety message from the Marshall County Gas District.
Hello, Hello, my friends. Terry Mason here for Albertville Discount Tire. Highway 75 in Albertville, you know, next to the railroad track. Albertville Discount Tires, where we sell quality tires at a low wholesale price. Minor repairs, front-end alignments, lift kits for your trucks. We got it all at Albertville Discount Tire here in downtown Albertville. Look, here at Albertville Discount Tire, Daniel knows we can't get everyone's business, but he sure does want yours. Albertville Discount Tire, 256-891-6000.
Is your pup looking a little rough? Bring them to the groom room, Albertville's go-to spot for happy, clean, and pampered pets. We welcome all breeds with a special touch for those lovable doodles. From baths to full grooms, your furry friend is in expert hands. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to 3. And yes, walk-ins are welcome. Mention this radio ad and get 10% off your first visit. 903 East Main Street, Albertville. Call us at 256-878-1656. That's the groom room, where tails wag and fluff shines.
Welcome back to Albertville halftime. The Boaz Band has finished their halftime performance. Aggies trailed this one 10-3. Aggies scored first, went up 3-0, 32-yard field goal with 4:11 to go in the first quarter. Then things were quiet till late in the second quarter. Boaz drove a 33-yard field goal with 1:24 to go on half, tied the game. Then the Aggies had the ball back, turned it over. Boaz, a couple of plays later, throw a 26-yard touchdown pass from Bennett to Bennett. So with time expiring at the end of the first half, Boaz scores, extra point good, and they take a 10-3 lead, and that's where we stand now. So we're good now, Carson. We will try to pick up the Aggie band now as they perform their halftime show. I apologize, unable to bring you the halftime show. We'll try again momentarily. We'll take another timeout. Halftime score, Boaz leads Albertville 10-3. You're listening to Aggie Football here on Power 107.5. Dreaming of the perfect backyard? Now booking for next year. From stunning 3D designs to one-on-one service, Martinez Pools will bring your vision to life in 2026. Vinyl, fiberglass, or Gunite pools, landscaping, sod, irrigation, and waterfalls, outdoor kitchens, hot tubs, and putting greens. Full turnkey service from start to finish. Schedule your spot now. Our openings for next year are limited. Call 256-452-8464 today to reserve your project and make your home the place where kids come to play and memories are made.
When it comes to your home comfort, you need a team you can trust. At One Team Heating and Cooling, we're here for all your heating and cooling needs. Whether it's repair, installation, or maintenance, we offer the latest in air purification, the new Calgon Air Purifier. This state-of-the-art system works to clean the air in your home by eliminating dust, smoke, odors, and even viruses and bacteria to live and breathe comfortably. Call Don Abbott at One Team today at 256-660-0950.
Looking for a taste of the South right here in Albertville? Look no further than Papa Doobie's, conveniently located at 9510 Highway 431. Open Tuesday through Saturday, Papa Doobie's serves up mouth-watering jambalaya, juicy steaks, fresh seafood, and comforting pasta dishes that'll leave your taste buds dancing. And don't forget about Little Doobie's, our charming on-site event center. Planning a holiday party? Book now before spots fill up. Call 256-894-7878. Papa Doobie's, where good food and great times come together.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
Wilson's Barbecue in Albertville. The little store with big barbecue. Invite you to come enjoy delicious barbecue before going to the big game. Check out one of their many specials like barbecue salad, barbecue sandwiches, plates, ribs, and chicken. All meat served by Wilson's Barbecue is fresh, never frozen, cooked and pulled daily. Wilson's is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can call in your order at 256-878-5213.
Hi, I'm Jason Simpson with Randy Jones & Associates, your local trusted choice insurance agency and proud supporter of the Aggies. We don't just work here, we live here. We know Albertville, and for over 40 years, we've been helping our neighbors protect what matters most. From your home and car to your business and future, we've got you covered with smart, affordable insurance tailored just for you. Come see us on Highway 431 in Albertville or give us a call at 256-878-3271 for your free, no obligation quote. And you know what we say, go Aggies.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
The furniture shop Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Albertville and Henniger is offering you low prices on all Lazy Boy furniture. Their showroom is filled with spectacular selection of recliners, sofas, entire room groups, and much more. Lazy Boy is designed to fill your home with quality crafted furniture with exclusive features for feel-good comfort that's built to last. Come on in now and save at the furniture shop Lazy Boy Comfort Studio on Highway 431 in Albertville and Highway 75 in Henniger.
Welcome back to Albertville halftime. Aggies trailing this one 10-3. Coming up next week, Aggies are back at home. You'll be having a chance to come out and watch Aggies get into region play. Florence comes into town. As far as the Pirates are going to be home against Scottsboro. The Aggies region this year, you've got Austin, Bob Jones, Florence, Grissom, Huntsville, James Clemens, and Sparkman. So the Aggie band currently performing on the field. Some technical difficulties, unable to bring you the performance. We apologize for that. Been a very exciting first half. Aggies led early 3-0 with 4:11 to go in the first quarter, 32-yard field goal. Boaz came back late second quarter, 33-yard field goal with 1:24 remaining in the half. They tied the game 3-3. And then as time ran out in the first half, Boaz 26-yard touchdown pass from Bennett to Bennett took a 10-3 halftime lead. So that's where we stand now. We'll be coming out of the locker rooms in just a moment. Boaz up 10-3. Well, Chris Jenkins, first half stats. Too many penalties again. First 6 minutes, both teams looked good.
Yeah.
No penalties, a lot of defense, but then the penalties took over, and that changed the game.
Yeah, both teams seemed like the team discipline kind of went to the wayside. There was no zero discipline.
There was a couple of penalties again and were personal fouls. Now, we had a lot of offsides, motion, that kind of thing. That seems to be the biggest problem for the Aggies here in the first 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, they had 5 of those. No, actually 4 of those. Had 3 of them, 3 of them. And then they had that personal foul called against them on the Boaz sideline. But, guys, if we could get the passing game going, it'd change the game. We can run the ball pretty well. We've got 61 yards. That's not great, but 18 rushes, 61 yards. G-Man, he's getting it done. He's 6 carries, 32 yards. But like I said, we have to get the passing game going somehow or another because that's the difference in the game. If you look at Boaz stats, they're rushing. They're not rushing the ball well at all. They just got 16 yards rushing on 14 carries. But you look at their passing game, guys, and they're getting it done passing wise. 8 of 14, 103 yards, 119 total offense. And the Bennett kid, wideout, is 4 receptions, 79 yards. I mean, he's the leading He's got the leading yards and everything.
The two big plays was, the 30, 40-yard pass play to Bennett, then the touchdown pass to end the half to Bennett.
That's it.
So, Keith Ball, let's go down to Keith with the Gilbert Ball Ford and Albertville sideline report. Keith, again, just a few key penalties. Defense played great. You've only given up the 10 points, but the offense, we just can't seem to get that big play.
Yeah, and, man, I tell you, we had it on the punt return. I didn't see a fair catch. That should have been a touchdown there for us. But, their stats are a little bit misleading because they've had the two big plays, and I think both times we've been caught sleeping in the back end. One other thing that they were doing right here, they've done it about 3 times to us, so they'll bunch receivers up close to the sideline. That's pulling our outside linebacker to go over and to split those guys, and then they're running off tackle. They've made some hay with that a couple of times, but other than that, man, the defense is playing pretty good. We've got to get the offense going. We've got to run the football. I think the more we run the football, we can keep the ball out of their hands. That keeps that young freshman quarterback of theirs over there on the sideline and keeps him out of a rhythm. But, off of that run, we've got to be able to throw the ball a little better than we are. I know we're jet sweeping and doing some stuff like that, but we've not thrown the ball a whole lot downfield. A couple of times we've not connected. Maybe not go routes, maybe comebacks, maybe throw drags, do some different things. They're playing a lot of zone with their linebackers. They're just kind of falling back into a place. So throw it to the running back out of the backfield. Do a couple of things like that. Got to get the offense going right here in the second half.
John, let's go back to the end of the first half. They scored at the end of the half, so we went into halftime. That last scoring drive wasn't much of a drive, but the Aggies turned the ball over and gave it to them.
Absolutely did, and Boaz started their own 46-yard line. 6 plays, 54 yards later, Bennett to Bennett. I think they've done that in the backyard a few times on a 26-yard scoring strike. Next extra point up and good, and Boaz literally on the last play of the game able to take that 10-3 lead into the locker room. Barry, I think you alluded to something, or Keith did, Gene, one of y'all three are over there. So when I was looking at the stats, as you said, one of the game plans of the Aggies was to shut down the Boaz running game. They've done that successfully. Yeah. The problem has been on the back end, they've given up some big passes and none bigger than the one right there to end the first half to give Boaz the lead going into this. And gosh, can you imagine as bad as Boaz had literally played and the things that they had done mistakes, they were still able to get into the halftime locker room with a 10-3 lead. Now the Aggies have to come out. Correct me if I'm wrong, the Aggies get the ball to start the second half. Yeah. They should if they can put a drive together, put the ball into the end zone. Guys, we got a whole brand new ball game in the backyard brawl.
The bad part is Aggies had great field position the entire first half, John, but could not take advantage of it.
Could not take advantage of it. Starting at their own 45-yard line resulted in a punt. Starting at their own 46, the lone points of the night coming on a 32-yard field goal. Then Albertville started at their own 49-yard line, forced a punt. Started at the Boaz 47-yard line, forced a punt. And then starting at their own 41-yard line, it came down to a fumble. Barry, we talked about you got to give credit where credit's due. Last week, it was the Albertville Aggies that kept the Arabian Knights close where they had a chance to win that game. The Boaz Pirates defense has done what they needed to do with the Aggies having really good field position.
Yeah. Come on over here, Charlie Nash, our intern. We'll get Charlie's thoughts real quick. Charlie, you're down on the field. What do you think of the first half?
Looks good.
Looks good. Charlie, you're not looking at the same game I was.
I'm talking about
Charlie, when you look at us down the sidelines, even though we've had some bad things happen, is there still some pretty good momentum, still a lot of coaching and talking going on down there?
Yes, sir. Coach Ron Garden wants us to be more hyped. On the sideline, he's talking to the players like when Cooper Scott threw his hand up, he was not throwing his hand up. I talked to Cooper Scott by myself. He said he did not throw his hand up.
That was a big play. What where Charlie's talking about is a punt. Cooper Scott returned for a touchdown, but they claimed he called a fair catch and called the play dead right at midfield. That took 7 points away from Albertville.
No doubt about it. He was right in front of me when he caught that ball, and Barry, his hands never went above his shoulders. He was pointing in front of him. He was directing his blockers where he wanted them to go for when he got the ball, but his hands never went above his shoulders. I will stand on it to my dying day right there. It was a miscue by the officials. We can't all be perfect, but it was a miscue by the officials, but a big one because it took 7 points off the board for the Aggies.
Charlie, can the Aggies come back and win this game?
Yes.
All right.
Go
it's
Aggies.
Up to you to get down there. Go, Charlie.
Go Aggies.
Appreciate you, man. All right, Charlie Nash. He's on his way down to the sideline. But that was a big play. You know, there's another big play against Boaz. Boaz had the ball on the half-yard line going into the end zone. Defense and penalties knocked them back. They had to settle for a field goal. That's 7 points Boaz gave away.
Yeah, and 2 times. I mean, 2 times both teams have had a chance to extend their leads, get leads in this thing. And you know, once again, I'm not going to rehash it, but, you know, was there, should have been a touchdown on a punt return? Yes. Great job by the Aggie defense to turn Boaz away when they got inside the half-yard line, forcing a field goal. I think it was Bennett on a 32-yard field goal that kind of tied the game at the time 3-3. But right now, I mean, my question is going to be, Barry, coming out of the halftime locker room, Albertville's receiving the ball. The last time that they were on this field a few minutes ago, the last play of that first half, as well as they played, Gene, they gave up that touchdown on the very last play, and as well as they played, they still went into the halftime locker room behind. Now, my question is, mentally, can the Aggies overcome that here in the second half? They've got to put a drive together now.
If you remember, guys, last week against A-Rab, we were behind in the locker room. We came out. If I'm not, you correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't we take the ball down the field? And I can't remember if we scored on that drive. Did we score on that drive?
We did.
18 plays, 87-yard touchdown.
Okay, there you go.
We're set to go in your second half here on Power, brought to you by Howard Bentley Buick GMC. We are set to go. Aggies down 10-3, and you're right. They had they almost used the entire third quarter last week. Aggies need some points, 10-3. We got Cooper Scott back deep, as well as, Colin Parker back deep around the 5-yard line. And the second half coming up. Aggies trying to snap this losing streak, 29 games in a row. Last team they beat was Boaz back 3 years ago. Here's a kick, high kick. Colin Parker, nope, that's Cooper Scott, 5-yard line to the 10, to the 20. He's got some room, 25-30, cut down at the 32-yard line. I think that the Boaz player had the bad end of the deal on that one as he dove at Cooper Scott and took a knee right in the ribs.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Keith. You're down there at field level. It was like number 1 Levi Tucker from Boaz kind of got blocked out of bounds, and Cooper Scott thinks he's got the sidelines, and as he's running like he's gone, like he thinks he's gone to the end zone, number 1 kind of came off of our bench and cut him down coming off the bench area.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Cooper Scott didn't know that kid was in the world, and he'd got worked over to the bench, and he comes back and gets road graded.
All right, 2 men left side. They give up the middle. G-Man fighting, nothing doing. Boaz at the line of scrimmage waiting on him. Maybe a yard. We'll give him 1, a gain of 1, 2nd and 9, Albertville.
It's like Coach Pruitt and his defensive staff across the way, just like Albertville kind of wanted to stop the run and we're going to force you to pass to beat us. Right now, they're creeping those linebackers up closer to the line of scrimmage. The defensive front 4 doing a good job. They're going to force Albertville, and C.J. Zuniga to have to put the ball in the air, Bear.
That's 2nd and 9. Opening drive of the second half. Aggies 3 men wide left side. CJ option right side. Pitches back. Parker got a block. 35. Boy, he was stuck at the 36-yard line. They're going to drive him back. I think the first man there was Patel for Boaz. Wow. That's a good run, but Parker had some daylight until Patel steps in.
Barry, would you think that Drew Patel only weighs 160 pounds? No. He brought every bit of that to the party. What? And, I mean, you've got the running back. Who was the running back again?
Parker, yeah. Parker.
I mean, he's running downhill. And, I mean, Drew Patel stood him straight up, not another inch forward. They went sideways. It's just a great tackle.
Parker, gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down 4. Albertville opening drive of the second half. Boaz up 10-3. Aggies with the ball on their own 38-yard line. CJ hands off right side. He stopped Techeria, hit hard 40-yard line. He did not get it. He's going to be a good spot short by a yard. John, 4th and 1. Do you take a gamble?
You know, I really don't. I mean, you came out of the halftime locker room. You've been able to drive it. I think you punt the ball, you get rid of it, you play defense here. And the reason why you do that, Barry, because if you do not get it, you're going to end up giving Boaz really good field position with the opportunity to score more points.
Well, Techeria a little shaken as he comes off to kind of get the cobwebs out. Aggies are taking their time. They may try to pull Boaz off. CJ lining up in the gun. He is the punter. Play clock at 5-4. It's 4th down and 1. CJ's going to hand off. Parker hits 42, 43. That is close. I think he got it. One official giving him a great spot. Good job by the Aggies. I'll tell you, one man over there blocking, leading the way was Kobe Watson.
Kobe Watson, Tate Prater. That's the reason why I don't get paid the big bucks, Barry. I would have punted it and let the defense, but a great underneath handoff, great blocking by the wide receivers, and a great job, too, by Colton Battles and Maddox Beck, the right side of that offensive line, able to scoop their defenders, get the edge, and you're able to get the first down.
Parker, gain of 3. First down, Albertville from the 44. CJ hands off to G-Man up the middle. G-Man fighting 46-47, backing his way to the 49. He was stopped to the 45, Chris, ends up to the 49, a gain of 5. That's a hard run.
What a run. He's hard to bring down, guys.
Part of that he's running backwards, John.
He reminds me of Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
I mean, from the old running back from the Pittsburgh Steelers, when you looked at him, he looked like just a big old bowling ball, but that joker could hit you. And not only could he hit you, he had speed. Ugensly Sarant, both power and speed in that combination.
Gain of 5 from the 49. Second down, hands off. He slips and falls. G-Man took the snap and slipped, lost his footing, and goes down for a big loss. Back to the 45. That's a loss of 4. Now it's 3rd and 9.
Keith, he got tackled by the 43-yard line stripe is what happened on that one.
Yes, that turf monster reached up and grabbed him by the shoelace. And unfortunate right there after a big play or a good play, 3rd, and it looks like back to 3rd and 10.
You're getting 3-4 yards a pop. All of a sudden you use 4 yards. So that's 3rd and 9 back at the 45. Boy, that changes your play call. 8:18 to go in the third. Aggies down 10-3 with the ball on their own 45. 3rd down and 9. 2 men wide left side. Boaz showing pressure back to pass CJ. Here comes pressure. He has time. He throws it. Deep left side. Got a man. Overthrows him. Had 2 men down there. Overthrows his man, Kobe Watson, down the sideline. It'll be 4th down.
Keith, was that a wheel route or an out and up? Because it looked like the Boaz defender just squatted on the out, and then Watson turned up. He's wide open. CJ just air-mailed it over him.
Yeah, it was a wheel route, and it was a pretty good route. I think we kind of separated their defensive backs out. It was there. CJ just overthrew it.
That was an odd throw, almost sidearm when he threw it. And the ball kind of landed between 2 Aggie receivers. Nobody could get to it. So it's 4th and 9. The yield back to that loss on 2 plays ago. That's a killer. CJ, good kick. Returnable from the 25. Here's a return. 30 to the 35. Got him 35-yard line. Good job of the Aggies special teams. Special teams have played well since giving up that touchdown last week against Arab on the kick. The special teams have done a great job, and a good job by CJ Zuniga punting all night long.
There, Albertville started their own 33-yard line, Barry, able to eke out 8 plays. But once again, the Boaz defense able to rise up, force the punt. And now Boaz with their chance at their own 35-yard line. You hate to put a lot of pressure early on a defense early in a half, but right now, as this game is being played and points are at a premium, the Albertville defense has to come up big on this drive.
Aggie showing pressure. Bo Bennett out of the gun. Fant beside him. Boaz on the 35-yard line with the lead. Hands off to Fant. Fant to the 36. Bounces left side. Stiff arm. Gets around one man. He runs over a man to the 40-yard line. He ran over one of the Aggies, and I think that was Evan House. Ends up picking up about 5.
Yeah, it was a great job there. Offensive line for Boaz, able to block down. He's able to bounce outside. Got a great kick-out block from the offensive tackle as well. Gets north and south. And, Barry, this is right in front of us. Can you see why Coach Pruitt is so happy with that running back? He is a bruiser when he runs.
And a 5, 2nd and 5. Boaz on their 40. Boaz leads 10-3. 7:18 to go in the third with the ball. First drive here in the second half for the Pirates after shutting down the Aggies moments ago. Bennett, a lot of time. Drops back, flags down. There's another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag. Was there a motion again by the Pirates?
Slot receiver who is normally not in a slot position. I won't give it away who the penalty's on, but they moved him out into a slot receiver position, and he's not used to waiting on the cadence of the quarterback, Keith, and he left about a half a second too early.
Yeah, he's probably in the backfield, and he's probably eyeing when that ball's going to be snapped. Can't see it too good out there. And just got the, like you said, John, got the yips.
2nd and 10. Back it up again. Another penalty. 35-yard line. Here's another flag. This is Boaz again.
It is. Defensive line switched and started to shift. And when they did, you've got the exterior offensive lineman here along the near boundary. Keith, call it again, the yips, as the tackle he kind of flinched a little bit. And when he did, now it doesn't help. Or hurt the fact that Coach Weingarten's down here right beside the referee when he makes that little move. But all of a sudden, Boaz, because of penalties, Barry, going backwards.
If you're the Aggie defense, you got to keep an eye on 12 and 21 here. Sage Bennett, Dayton Porter. Those are the 2 that Bo Bennett likes to throw to. They're both wide right by the sideline. Back to pass. Bennett throws quick out of the backfield. Fant's got it. Stops, cuts, 30, 35, 40. Dragging a man out of bounds at the 44. He gets a penalty and a lot more back. Close to a Boaz first down. They're going to mark him out short by about 2 yards.
3 wide receivers on the far boundary, takes most of the defensive backs that way with them. They've got Fant in the backfield. They bring him out here in the flat along the near boundary. Bennett just gets it out there. Playmakers do what playmakers do, north and south, makes this a manageable 3rd down.
If you got a Presley Fant, you just hand it to him here. It's 3rd down and 2 on their 43-yard line. Bennett hands off to Fant, hits the line. He's going to be hit and stopped. Aggie defense drives him back. Keegan Thompson, first Aggie there, hit him, waited for backup, and they give him a no gain, maybe a loss of a yard.
Keegan Thompson, 6 foot, 165-pound senior defensive end, undercuts the block of the tackle, goes right down the line of scrimmage, helmet across, wraps him up. Now, once again, he's given up a lot of poundage, Fant to Thompson, but Keegan holds on to him. The rest of the defense rallies around him, throws him down for a loss. That could be a big play. Now, here's what the Aggies can't do, Barry.
Yep.
They cannot jump because 5 yards gives them a first down.
Boaz lining up, showing punt, trying to pull the Aggies off sides. Nope, the kick. Aggies coming after it. Good kick's going to bounce at the 30. Going to bounce sideways, 25, 24-yard line. So a good job of Fant. Kicks that one out of there. Boaz playing some field position now. So the Aggies really haven't moved the ball. They keep killing themselves with penalties.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be more disciplined.
Yeah.
I think well, I won't say that. I was going to say more discipline last week. We got just as many penalties last week or more.
I think we got a heat timeout. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. With 6:03 to go in the third, Boaz up 10-3. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
At Liberty Bank, we value our local schools and are proud to support all of our teams because this is our community too. To everyone who puts in the long hours of practice to help our kids win in life and on the field, we salute you. Whether you're coach from the sidelines, sell concessions, or score touchdowns, the Liberty Bank team is cheering for you. So from our team to yours, let's make it a great season. Liberty Bank. Local bankers serving local customers since 1971.
CJ, the snap rolls right side. Pressure's coming. Looks, throws it back right side. Oh, Kobe Watson is leveled at the 25-yard line. They wanted to go left side like I think it was they had a receiver down there, but he was well covered, so he threw it to his only man open, and he was drilled for a gain of a yard.
Yeah, Kobe Watson out here, and CJ's got a big, tall defender running at him, has got to kind of get air under the ball to get it over the defender, and in doing so has Watson kind of laid out there. As soon as he catches it, defensive back just nails him right square in the mouth.
Kobe's got to have a little talk where he says, come on, man. You almost got me killed on that one. I think they were setting up the wheel route left side, and Boaz didn't bite. They were a good coverage on Tate Prater down the sideline. 2nd and 9, Aggies down 10-3, 5:25 to go in the third. Hands off the Sweat, end around again. It's a 26-27. We've used that all night long, and it's not as successful as it was. That time they gained about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Not going to get credit on the play, but the underneath handoff going to Sweat to the far boundary. Bennett, the linebacker, he comes upfield, stalemates the blocker. He turns Sweat back inside, exactly what the defender's supposed to do. And then number 22, the Mac Thompson, comes up on his defensive position, makes the tackle. But a great, once again, you can tell, at least in my opinion, that Luke Pruitt's a defensive mind because his team is playing textbook defense right now, Barry.
Yeah, he's waiting on that end around to Sweat. A gain of 3. It's 3rd down and 6, Albertville. Man in motion, right side. Yep. CJ out. I think somebody jumped.
Back us up.
Yeah, it happened again. Aggies go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11. That changes play calling. Boaz now knows what you got to do. Now they're going to send all kinds of pressure at CJ Zuniga.
Keith, were they trying to bring a blitz off this near side and the tackle just moved a little bit, or the wing back moved just a little bit before the snap of the ball?
It almost looked like our motion got turned up a little early, John.
Okay.
3rd down, 11. Aggies, they'll back it up. Clock stopped, 4:39 to go in the third. Boaz up 10-3. They scored a touchdown at the very end of the first half to take the 7-point lead. Aggies 2 men wide right side. Kobe Watson split out to the left. 3rd down, 11, Albertville. Zuniga back to pass. Pressure's coming. Avoids one man. Rolls right side. He's going to throw it away. There's nobody over there in the zip code. He really got rid of that one big time. Boaz has said, hey, where's the grounding penalty here? There was nobody over there. Yeah, and they got a good point.
Yeah, I think Boaz has got a good point. I think the referee's going to be generous and say that CJ had kind of got out here outside the box a little bit and threw the ball away. So, Barry, let's not jinx it because we've already given enough attention to the sheriff's department already.
One of the Boaz linemen gave CJ all kinds of fits. That blew that play up. He was in his face, and CJ just had to get rid of it. So now the Aggies will punt it again. High snap. CJ gets it down. Good kick again. Punt. Great kick. Fair catch called for at the 48. So Boaz will take over. Good shape on their 48. So if you playing field position, Boaz wins that one. They get it in better shape than when they kicked it minutes ago.
You're exactly right. I was sitting here trying to figure it out. About a 13-yard differential from them punting the ball, getting us back in our own zone. Couple of penalties there. CJ, although, Barry, what a beautiful punt. I mean, spiral coming off of his foot, goes up in the air, noses over, and then a great job by the coverage team forcing Mr. Bennett to come up, make a fair catch. Doesn't get any of those yards after the punt. So now, once again, asking the defense to stand tall.
Aggies need a turnover. Boaz unusual formation, first down and 10 from the 48. Back to pass. Bennett throws, got his man complete midfield tackle from behind. Good job once again by Draven Hendricks. Coming out of the backfield is Dayton Porter. Had a full head of steam, and he gains about 2, maybe 3.
Well, they put Dayton Porter about 10 yards behind the quarterback. At the snap of the ball, he just basically is running a sprint. Quarterback Bennett hits him in stride. He gets behind the blockers, but you said it. Draven Hendricks comes up, makes a great defensive play.
I don't think I've ever seen that play. Second down and 7. Boaz on the Aggie 48. Hands off to Fan. Fan hit and stopped at the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4 Aggies on the tackle. There's Hendricks again on the bottom of the pile. Who are some of the other Aggies on that tackle? It was like Hunter Alford also making the tackle. And then a couple of more. I think also Keegan Thompson.
Barry, you were talking about that formation a while ago. Reminds me of Canadian football, kind of where those receivers can get the run and go. Yeah. It's kind of exactly what it reminded me of.
A loss of a yard, so it's third down and back to 7. They're on the Aggie 49. 3:11 to go in the third. Boaz with the ball. Third down long. Back to pass. Bennett throws right side. Got his man. Tries the sideline to the 45. Knocked out of bounds. Close. Depends on where he stepped out. He's right at the stick. Let's see. Was he a yard short? If he's only a half a yard, I say Boaz would go. They're going to call him a full yard of a yard and a half short.
And all they were doing there is sending wide receivers downfield. And they got number 12, Sage Bennett, who's their Z-back out there in the flat. Got him one-on-one, a defender for Albertville, able to get him out of bounds.
Boaz going to go 4th and a yard and a half. Boaz going to go for it. Bennett trying to pull the Aggies offsides. Now he may shift and punt. Let's see. Fan is also the punter. He now moves up beside Bennett. Quick pass. Throws right side. Got his man. First down. 40. Down the sideline. Steps out of bounds. First down. Inside the Aggie 35-yard line.
Keith, whenever Fant moved forward, so he was behind Bennett and he moved forward, it looked like he did not come to a full set position at the snap of the ball.
Yeah, you could be right there, John. It didn't look at me either.
They're going to say no flag. First down Boaz. They went for it on 4th. They get it. 34-yard line. Clock running. 2:51 to go. Third quarter. Boaz. First down again on the Aggie 34-yard line. Bennett hands off to Fan. Fan jumps over a man, diving to the 31-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, Boaz.
Keith, we talk about the body blows like in boxing, where they just keep hitting the body, and in the later rounds, you begin to start winning the fight. Right now, on that 4th down conversion, I think Coach Pruitt's saying, if we get it, the Aggie offense hasn't been able to move on my defense, and now I'm just going to get behind this experienced, the offensive line, 6'2", 260 average, and just land some body blows.
Boaz up 10-3 with the ball, driving 2nd down and 7 on the Aggie 31. Bennett from the gun, hands off to Fan, tries to cut it around the corner, 35, 30, 25, cut down 24. That should be enough for a Boaz first down, or is it? Let's see where the spot is. They're going to show, yes, it is enough. Boaz first down.
Barry, I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt you in the middle of that. We had a fight that just about broke out. 2 Boaz offensive players did a great job of blocking, I guess you'd call it the outside linebacker, but they just kept driving after the whistle. And I thought we were fixing to have some NHL hockey fisticuffs going on there.
A touchdown here is going to be a killer.
Yeah.
Even a field goal for Boaz makes it a 2-possession game. Boaz driving on the Aggie 24, first down. Bennett, a little confusion. There's people all over the place. I don't know what they're looking at there.
I bet the guilty culprit is the big guy walking back with his hands in the air looking at his sideline. Just gonna kind of throw that out there. Keith, would you say I'm pretty close?
You're probably right on that one.
The offensive lineman jumped before the snap of the ball, Barry.
There's people all over the place. Like 5 o'clock when 4:31. So another penalty, back it up 5 yards. That's big because you're looking at 1st and 15 with 99 seconds to go in the quarter.
Everybody be stopped if it's 4:31, Barry.
Bennett out of the gun, 3 receivers. Quick look, throws. There's another flag down. They stop the action.
False start.
Another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field.
Keith, we're going to give that one to the 12th man?
Absolutely. It looked like their right guard fell backwards.
They're right in front of the Aggie band, if you wonder what we're talking about. So when they're trying to call the signals, the Aggie band just lights it up.
I mean, it's got to be tough when you don't really practice it, right? And then, as you said earlier, you get in front of the Aggie band, 350 strong, and they're letting it rock and roll right there. The drum corps, the trumpets, everybody's letting it go. Everybody's screaming at you. And all of a sudden, back-to-back penalties because of the 12th man.
This is the drive of the game. It's back to 1st and 20 for Boaz, back at the 34. So Bennett and... Did somebody from Albertville come across?
Yeah. You've got Albertville. You've got a player that lined up with his helmet in the neutral zone, Barry. They gave him a second to get back, but he lined up in the neutral zone.
So, again, you go from 1st and 20 to 1st and 15. Now 1st and doable because you got 4 downs to get it. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-possession game.
Guys, we got to make them pay for this right here. I mean, you've got to do something with them right here.
29-yard line. Boaz 1st and 15. Bennett drops back. Looks right side, throws right side, got a man cutting over the middle, 20, going to be hit and dropped 18-yard line, gets a lot of that yardage back. He's going to be short by about 5 yards. He's slow getting up, but he's okay.
Had 3 wide receivers on the far side. Inside kind of runs a drag. The outside receiver runs a deep route, but the middle receiver runs a post or runs a square in, kind of gets behind the linebackers in front of the secondary. Bennett hits him in stride, makes it a manageable 2nd down.
1:05 to go here in the 3rd. Boaz driving, 2nd and 2. Bennett hands off to Fant. Fant hits the middle, 10 to the 5-yard line. 1st down, 1st and goal. Boaz, wait a minute. It may be on the 10.5. He may get be able to get another 1st down. They're going to spot it right at the 10-yard line.
And Barry, right there, that was a huge completion on the previous play that made it where it could be a manageable 2nd down where they could run the ball and get behind that offensive line.
1st and goal from the 9.5-yard line. Bennett hands off to Fant. Fant stops, cut 7-6-5 to the 3. They are now wearing down this Aggie defensive line.
Keith, that's what I'm seeing up here. Is that what you're seeing down there? That just the body blows right now taking their toll on the Aggie defense?
Yeah, and they figured out how to block that play. I don't know if is that a trap, what they're running up there, John? It's hard to see from down here, but they got us figured out. I think they keep trapping the same guy, too, going the same way on that one.
Time for one more snap. They may not even have to do that. It's 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Boaz up 10-3. It's been a scoreless 3rd quarter. Boaz knocking on the door. And they're going to let the clock wind down. I don't think they'll have to snap it.
I think there's enough differential in the time, Barry.
And the quarter is over. Let's take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. After 3, Boaz driving the lead 10-3. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Bright stadium lights, a pool of cold water to dive into, a warm gymnasium to watch from the bleachers or hustle on the court. Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board of Albertville has been behind these moments, lighting the way towards a brighter future for Albertville. As proud supporters of our community and Albertville City Schools, every game you play, every practice you attend, and every moment you cherish is powered by a team you can trust. From clean water and wastewater management to electricity, MUB delivers reliable services at a reasonable cost. You can trust MUB to keep the lights on and the community strong now and for generations to come.
We're back with Albertville Aggie Football, presented by Power 107.5 and Howard Bentley Buick GMC. Here's the deal. Boaz leads 10-3. We've only scored 3 points. Boaz knocked on the door on the 4.5-yard line. You give them a touchdown here, and it's going to be tough to come back 2 touchdowns behind, Chris.
It sure is. And the way the Aggie offense is rolling right now, we got to find something in the 4th quarter, guys.
Look at our passing numbers. Just not there. They did a great job last week.
Yeah, we don't have anything to speak of passing-wise.
Any completions at all?
No. Well, one completion per yard.
I think Boaz came in saying, hey, we're going to shut down your pass. You're going to have to run the ball to beat us. You're not going to pass on us. And we haven't.
We suck it down. And here's the thing. Boaz knows that they've got a field goal kicker that can make this a 2-score game. They can be conservative down here, run the ball toward the middle with Fan a couple of times, and then know that they've got a chance to kick that field goal. So watch for them to be conservative.
At 4.5-yard line, 2nd and goal. They give to Fan to the 4, to the 3. He will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Boaz.
Keith, you alluded to it. What they were doing to us on the other end, they just bring number 52, Mason Gaither, a junior at 200 pounds on a trap, able to kick that guy out, and nobody touches Fan until he gets into the end zone.
The only good thing is at least they didn't take a lot of time scoring here. So you're still up almost a full quarter left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we have to find some offense somehow or another in this rest of this game.
Got to get something going. Passing game is just not there. Boaz doing a great job defensively. Now for the point after. The snap, ball is up, and the kick, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 11:56 to go. Boaz with a touchdown. They now lead 17-3. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Boaz adds touchdown. Here's your Gilbert and Mall Ford and Albertville scoring update.
After an Albertville Aggie punt, Boaz starts at their own 48-yard line, 11 plays. 52 yards later, Fant goes in from 4 yards out. Extra point up and good. And Boaz extending their lead here in the backyard brawl, Barry, 17-3.
No offense so far, Chris. No passing. And Boaz, give a lot of credit to the Boaz defense. Coach Pruitt, great defensive mind, and he's showing it tonight.
Oh, absolutely. The Aggies, just the second half, they haven't done anything. 61 yards in the first half, and this half, I'd probably say none.
So Boaz will kick.
I'm sorry, G. I'd just say none.
Nothing to show for it.
Don't even bring out the calculator on this one. This is let it rest.
That's when, like in math class, Gene just closed his notebook and leaned back and looked at the finger like, I'm done.
All right, Aggies, you got to get a spark. Got to get a fire. Maybe a good kick return here. You got Cooper Scott back deep as well as Colin Parker. Here's a kick, high kick, very short kick. Kobe Watson comes up. That ball almost took a left turn and went down the sideline. Here comes another flag in. How many more we're going to throw?
I know we're going to get one for it going out of bounds.
Yeah, what's the other one? There's two more came in.
Keith, do we have sideline warning or somebody giving somebody the business?
He wanted personal foul Boaz.
Honestly, I didn't see anything that time as far as that goes. I do know one thing. We need to work on some football IQ. If that ball's pooched like that, we got to go get the ball. We can't let it bounce around.
It's not like baseball with a foul ball. You got to go get it.
Yep. Albertville has the option to either take the ball at the 35-yard line or back them up 5 yards. Barry, Coach Weingarten wants to back them up 5 yards.
Sure. That's a good move because you need a spark. Maybe you can get a great kick return. You got speed. You can just get around a corner or find a crease. That's what you got to have a spark. You're down by 14 points. You're down by 2 scores. You still have a quarter left, but so far, third quarter, Boaz defense shuts you down. Got to get something going.
You can tell Coach Pruitt, and he and I talked on Wednesday night, and he was really, really high on his defense. I mean, he knew that he had a good defense, and he knew that he had a really, really good offensive line. Barry, I think I see now why he's so high on the defense. If you think about it, he only gave up 7 points last week to Madison County, and right now only 3 points to the Aggies. 4, 5, 6, 7, in 7 quarters, he's only given up 10 points. That's a pretty good average.
Next week they'll be home, their first home game, Scottsboro region game. Next week we're home against Florence. Florence 0-2. Here's the kick. This time a lot deeper back inside the 20 to the 15. Here comes a return. It's Cooper Scott to the 25 going down. Now you should have took the kick, but you got to take a gamble. You got to hope maybe you can break one so the Aggies will start at the 25-yard line.
Cooper Scott catches it in between the hash marks and the numbers along the far boundary at about the 18-yard line. gets north and south. But, Barry, when he gets north and south, just a wall of white jerseys waiting on him at about the 25, 26-yard line. And Cooper Scott gets up a little frustrated, and I think I would too if I got 4 or 5 defenders waiting on me. Yep. That guy would be yelling at some guys in a black jersey.
So now, does it change your play calling a lot here? What do you think, Chris? You can't do what you've been doing. It's not working. The biggest play you've had is the end around.
I don't know what you do, to be honest with you.
I would throw it short, get something going. Just get some positive yardage. 26-yard line, first down and 10. CJ drops back, looks, throws to the middle. Got his man, Kobe Watson, threw it behind him. He was open. Tough throw, but CJ, Kobe is open at the 45-yard line.
Keith, it's like CJ sees it, and then when he sees it, he wants to, do I really see it? And then by the time I throw the ball in the window, the receivers kind of run out of the window. I've seen him do that 2 or 3 times tonight.
Yeah, he's playing really gun-shy right now, and he's throwing the ball downfield. Looks like we're stopping play.
I think the clock didn't stop on that incompletion.
Thank you, right. It's down to 11-20. It's Boaz up 17-3. Aggies led early. Boaz come back and that scored 17 unanswered points.
CJ's just got to calm down a little bit. It'd be great, like you said, let's throw some short ones. Let him get in a groove. He's not found a groove all night long. Maybe that middle screen, I think we've only ran it one time. And of course, they played it pretty good. We talked about it, and you guys just mentioned it a second ago. Coach Pruitt is a defensive guy, and he's been watching the film. So we're going to have to mix things up a little bit, maybe do some things they haven't seen before.
I think you would allude to the fact that even though he's a 3-year starter, CJ's still a sophomore. He's still a young quarterback.
Yep, and Boaz throwing a lot of different looks at him. All right, clock is set. We're ready to go. 11:25. CJ going to run the option. Pitch back. G-man looking for a block. Boaz, great defensive. They're going to 4, 5, 6 tacklers. They were waiting on that option, and there's no gain at all, loss of a yard. They saw that against Arab last week and said, you're not doing that against us. The option did not work, a loss of a yard.
Keaton, and right there, Boaz not trying to penetrate, not trying to get into the backfield. It's just like they are really, with this 14-point lead, they're happy to come up the line of scrimmage and just on that option play, just run you down the line of scrimmage, and then we'll gang tackle you when we get there.
They had 5 Pirates waiting on that pitch, so nowhere to go for G-man. It's third down. They give him line of scrimmage, third down and 10. CJ rolls right side, looks, has Sweat open about the 40, throws, got him, complete first down. Great job at CJ. He's between 2 defenders wide open.
CJ does a great job of rolling the pocket, lineman giving him time, looks downfield, finds number 11, Brant Sweat, over the linebacker in front of the secondary, able to pull it down, drag his foot, and get the first down. But Barry, looked like Brant Sweat was coming back to the huddle, hobbling a little bit, and not an injury. I'm thinking more of a cramp, maybe.
Could be. All right, first down, 41-yard line. Got to keep it going. 10:37 to go in the game. Aggies down by 14. Clock stopped as he stepped out of bounds. First down, Albertville. CJ turns, hands off to Parker. Parker hit at the line. Going to be popped again, 43-yard line. He broke free for a second, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, Albertville.
Barry, the option play, you kind of think of him as the dive, right? So you're giving the dive play up the middle. One of the Boaz defenders hit him to slow him down, and then as he was spinning out of that tackle, the other linebacker kind of lined him up from about 2 yards away, and Parker took an absolute shot before going to the ground.
Parker's a tough kid because he's not one of the biggest ones, but he has to run where the big guys are, and they knocked him backwards, but he stayed on his feet and got some positive yardage. 2nd and 8, we'll call it. 43-yard line, clock running, 9:55 to go in the game. CJ turns, hands off, trying to stop, cut, does, choices. Could be a face mask. To the 44-yard line, pulled down. New running back in the game is Jakari Kirkland. First time we've seen him. He was yanked down from behind around the right around the top of the jersey. Pass. Dangerous when that happens because his feet went out from under him. He went out awkwardly. It was going to be a gain of about a yard now. That's going to be an Aggie first down.
Keith, correct me if I'm mistaken, because you're down there beside Duck. If I am, seemed like Jakari was a pretty good little scat running back last year, and then he had a knee injury or an ankle injury or something that sidelined him for the rest of the year.
That's exactly what we were talking about, man. That he's got a lot of speed, a lot of burst. He's just trying to work his way back into rotation from the injury.
And he's back in there now. He showed a burst right there with the penalty. Aggies on the Boaz 41-yard. They give to Kirkland. Kirkland 39 to the 38 to the 37. Good run by Kirkland. Kirkland to the 37, a gain of about 4 yards.
Barry, I think Jakari Kirkland's doing his best to tell the running backs coach, hey, I don't want to be deep in the rotation. I want to be up in front of the rotation. A lot of speed, able to find his holes, able to find his creases, and right there utilizing the speed. Great job by the right side of Colton Battles and Maddox Beck of the offensive line to get north and south and gain about 5 yards.
Second down and 6, 37-yard line. Aggies have to score right now. There's only 9:04 left. You're down by 14, 17-3.
Uh-oh.
CJ turns, hands up Kirkland again. He runs into a wall. 2 Pirates waiting on him. Give him 2. It's going to be third down and about 5 for Albertville.
I think CJ should have pulled that one. Linebacker blitzing right down the middle, and when he gave it to Jakari Kirkland, as soon as the ball got in Kirkland's hands, he met number 10, Braden Bennett, all 190 pounds, just stalemated him.
I like the look of Kirkland. He's showing a little burst of speed here. He checks out Parker back in. You got 2 downs. You're going to have to keep this drive going. Even if you don't make it on third, you got to go for it. You're down to just about 9 minutes left. 8 minutes left. Third down and 5. Man in motion. People jumping. No flags. Little screen set up. Throws it short. Incomplete. That play was set up to go a long way. Parker had some room down the left sideline. CJ short-armed it. It takes a hop. Incomplete.
Jink, I think that one's a touchdown.
Oh, it is, definitely.
I think they had set up the screen pass perfectly. Boaz rushed. CJ gave up ground, looped the ball over his head, and if the running back catches it, he has got a convoy of offensive linemen here along the near boundary, but just short-hopped it to him.
3 men wide right side. 4th down and 5. Clock stopped. 8:14 left. Aggies on the Boaz 36. Got to have it. 4th and 5. CJ, the snap, rolls right side. Pressure's coming. Throws back across the middle. Incomplete. A one-hopper, threw it back across his body, had pressure coming. Incomplete. Boaz takes over.
Keith, seemed like right there, linebackers dropped in coverage right at the first down marker. The defensive backs playing kind of an umbrella coverage over the top of that. And just really going to kind of give you really, really skinny lanes for CJ to throw the ball. Tried to fit one in there, and it just falls incomplete.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of that, John, keeping everything in front of them. We've thrown it deep a couple of times, and we've gotten past them. But anything intermediate like that, they've got a good defensive game plan.
Got to get the ball back. Turnover would be great. 8:08 to go. Boaz up 17-3 with the ball. Aggies turn it over on downs on the Boaz 36-yard line. They had to score on that drive. Boaz 3 men wide left side. They're just going to give it to Fant left, Fant right, Fant up the middle. Here's Fant left. He makes a cut, 35-40, jumps over a man to the 45-yard line.
Nope.
A gain of 8, almost 9, is going to be second and short.
Keith, when he got hit, he obviously cleared the line and then bounced to the outside. When he got hit, did that ball come loose a little bit and him catch it in the air?
I had no view of it, John. Couldn't see it at all.
Barry, did you see what I saw? I thought the ball came loose a little bit.
What about Fan on the nines?
Fan, guys, 19 carries, 63 yards.
What's the latest on Auburn, by the way?
Still halftime. We're up 17-10.
All right.
What about this? Tarleton State just upset Army 30-27.
Ooh. Second down and 2. Boaz with the ball using a lot of clock. 45 seconds. Going to snap it down to 5-4. Turns hands off to Fan again. Fan hit in the backfield. Breaks free, but not for the next 2 to 3 Aggies. They got him. He's going back. Good job by the Aggie defense. Little swarm tackle there, led by Hunter Alford, the first Aggie on the play.
Yeah, and Hunter Alford able to get him down, but I believe also, too, Barry, Mason Frolic able to get in there, hit him on the hip pad that kind of stopped his forward momentum and then let Alford come in to make the tackle.
Gain of really nothing. Third down and a yard on the 45-yard line. Clock running, 6:54 to go in the game. Boaz trying to extend their win streak and the Aggies losing streak to 30 games if they can hold on. Right in front of the Aggie band again. Bennett using the play clock. The snap. Hands off to Fan again. Fan breaks the tackle. Midfield. There he goes. 45 to the 40. A foot race. 30 to the 20. Being chased. 10 to the sideline. Touchdown Boaz.
Just a great job blocking the Aggies, trying to gamble a little bit, get him in the backfield on a 3rd and short. He's able to get into the linebacker core, and then he planted his foot at about the 44-yard line of Albertville, cut back. The defenders couldn't catch up with him, got to the far boundary along the numbers. Cooper Scott grabbed him at about the 1, but able to drag him into the end zone. Fant with a huge chunk play right there for a touchdown.
That's a backbreaker right there. Fant, his second touchdown of the game, 55-yard run. Now for the point after. That was a killer. 6:28 to go in the game. 23-3. Waiting on the point after. Waiting on the snap. Now we're set. A lot of the fans getting the door. Snap gets it down. Kick is up. Looks good from here, and it is good. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. Boaz up 24-3 with 6:28 left. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Labor Day sale favorites this week at Foodland Plus in Albertville. Family pack 73% lean fresh ground beef, $4.29 a pound. Prairie Fresh whole Boston Butt pork roast, $1.79 a pound. Preferred Angus beef ribeye steak, family pack $12.99 a pound. 8-pound bag U.S. #1 Colorado russet potatoes, $3.99 each. Sweet seedless watermelons, $3.99 each. Fago soft drinks, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $12. Bush's Best baked beans or grilling beans, 21 to 28 ounce, 2 for $4 at Foodland Plus in Albertville.
Gilbert and ball forward, and Albertville scoring update, and that was a killer, John.
Yeah, it was a killer. Albertville turnover on downs. Boaz started it there on 36-yard line. 3 plays, 64 yards later, they're able to cash it in from pay dirt with Fant going 55 yards into the end zone. Extra point up and good. Boaz now extending the lead here in the backyard brawl, 24-3.
And so what about Fant now? Near, 100? To go over 100?
Yes, 21 carries, 118 yards.
Fant's a good running back, the 6'1", but he's got the size and the speed. He showed speed that time he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him.
That's right.
That's impressive.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Barry. That is a big, bruising back. But when he got out there in open space, probably about right in front of Chris in the press box at the 35-yard line, and there was nobody. He outran most of the secondary until Cooper Scott was able to grab a hold of him at the 1, but it was too little too late.
So what do you think? What's your thoughts now? I mean, this is a tough night for the Aggies. You lose a heartbreaker last week to A-Rab, and you come in a lot of confidence, and now you look at the board and you're down by 3 touchdowns. And you know it gets tougher as you go down to Florence comes here next week.
You just play the next play. All you can do is play the next play, try to put a drive together. You try to get better and try to get some things under control because you said, Barry, we're headed into the NFC North over the next 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, in comes, and it doesn't get any easier.
No.
Barry, you got Florence coming in, then you have Sparkman coming in, and then we've got to go on the road to Decatur at Austin before we get to Grissom. And, guys, Grissom is much improved this year over what they've been, and it's going to be a tough 4-game stretch before we get to the break.
You need to finish off the next 6:28. Play the best you played the entire night. Get some confidence for next week. Here's the kick. Stepping back to the 11-yard line. Here comes Cooper Scott to the 20. Good run, 25-30. Almost broke free to the 34-yard line. Here comes some, is that flags or is that a body part? Something just flew off.
I think it was a Boaz Pirate flag, but, one of his towels or whatever. But the referees right now are getting involved because this is, Keith, I think you can say it from your field level. It's starting to turn into a hockey game a little bit now.
Yeah. I mean, Boaz is up pretty big. It's a rivalry game. They're getting they're having a good time over there, and we're not having a whole lot of fun on our side. So we're getting a little frustrated, and they're just loving it.
All right, 35-yard line, first down. Aggies down 24-3. Boaz scored 24 unanswered points after the Aggies took a 3-0 lead late in the first quarter. CJ out of the gun, Sweat in motion left side. CJ drops, throws the Sweat out of the backfield, 30 to the sideline, stiff arm. They're going to throw him down, 34, loss of a yard. It'll be second down and 11.
A good play. I mean, they're trying to get Brant Sweat. He's got a lot of speed, very elusive, trying to get him out here in space where he can make people miss. But just a great job there by number 22, Mac Thompson. I think he's a 9th grader too, believe it or not, Barry, and able to come out here and does a really, really good job of corralling Sweat in. Matter of fact, corrals him in for about a 2-yard loss.
I tell you, Boaz has a lot of young players too. Quarterback's a freshman. Second down 11, Albertville. Kobe Watson in motion. Zuniga back to pass. Throws it deep right side. There's Kobe. Got it. First down. 45. Tripped up at the Boaz 42. Kobe got behind a man and a big gain for Albertville.
Keith, it looks like was that kind of a wheel route? I mean, he was inside slot receiver, kind of goes out in the flat on the out and up or a wheel route, and CJ's able to hit him on the far boundary.
Yeah, wheel route. We ran it earlier, and CJ overthrew it right there, made a really good throw. I think we've got to keep doing that. I think we've got to keep pressing this secondary and getting the ball downfield.
All the way to the 41-yard line, first down, 5:49 left. Aggies driving, but down by 3 touchdowns. CJ out of the gun again, one back beside him. CJ rolls to his left, pressure's coming, throws it short, a one-hopper to Prater. I don't know if Prater didn't see it. It almost hit him in the foot.
I think Dave Prater, he's out here in the flat. CJ's just trying to get him the ball in space once again against the defensive back. And Tay is trying to get back to the ball, but it looked like he may have lost his footing a little bit, Barry, and the ball was a little bit short, so he's trying to get back to it.
It's almost like CJ's not throwing it on the flat foot.
You're right.
He's throwing it off his back foot.
Either he's falling backwards, leaning, he's not getting his feet set.
Yeah.
Because a lot of his passes are short just like that. And Prater was open. His clock does stop. 5:39 to go in the game. Aggies 2nd and 10 on the Boaz 41-yard line. CJ from the gun goes back, looks, plenty of time, throws it left side and intercepts it. 3 Pirates waiting on it. Here's a return midfield to the 40. Out of bounds, he will go. Boaz Football, late flag coming in. That was Cooper Horton with a pick, the return. Usually when you see a flag there, it's somebody blocking in the back there on the return of an interception.
I think a 15-yarder on Boaz. I think one of the offensive linemen for Albertville trying to get back for the interception. Now they're going to call it a block in the back. I thought he was he did it a little maliciously, Barry.
Right.
I thought there was going to be a personal foul.
Another penalty. Not as many penalties here in the second half. I tell you, go back to the first half, Chris, and Aggies had the ball in good field position many times. The penalties killed a couple of drives.
Yeah. That especially when they got inside Boaz territory and they foamed the ball away that time. We were been driving plenty of times. We just won't finish it.
The play they're going to go back and watch a lot, John, is the punt to Cooper Scott. When they said he called a fair catch, but he returned it for a touchdown. Aggies are going to go back and watch that play over and over because that changed the entire game.
I think it did change the complexion at the time, that's for sure.
All right, Pirate ball on the Aggie 39-yard line, first down and 10. Flag down to one of the Aggies come across.
They did. Yes. They were bringing a blitzing linebacker. He got into the neutral zone prior to the snap. Guys, we played the Arabian Knights last night. The Arabian Knights tonight, Barry, taking on Cherokee County out of Center, Alabama. Final score, Cherokee County 25, the Arabian Knights 0.
Wow. Cherokee County, good team again this year. All the scores coming up following our game with the high school football scoreboard. All right, penalty against Albertville will be 1st and 5, Boaz. Looks like, yes, Bennett will stay in. Fant will stay in. They give to Fant. Fant hitting the backfield, gets away from one man. Rolls left side, cuts 30, 25 to the 20, cuts again. Oh, my goodness. He was popped at the 15-yard line. I don't know who got the worst hit of that one. I think his airbag came out.
Wow. Fant being drugged down from behind and yet to get his knees down. Keith, I didn't get the number of that truck. Did you see who absolutely annihilated him at the 10, 11, or 14, excuse me?
I didn't. I didn't get a good look at it. Somebody absolutely tattooed him right there and made him think about getting that ball and not stepping out of bounds. Great hit right there. But, man, I tell you what, I thought we had him corralled in the backfield.
Yeah, because one of the Aggies, Zach Jenkins, broke through and had him in the backfield holding on to him, but he broke away. Give all the credit to Fant again, so he's well over 100 yards now, Chris.
Oh, absolutely. That's 139 right there.
So the Aggies going to be at home next week against Florence. Florence 0-2. Scottsboro plays at Boaz. Boaz first home game. The Boaz area, I could see Boaz doing well. They got Boaz, Arab, Brewer, Douglas, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Scottsboro. That's going to be a dogfight to see which 4 get in the playoffs.
I think Coach Pruitt's going to line up behind that big offensive line and Fant. As long as that offensive line and Fant stays healthy, Barry, I think that they'll be able to lay body blows on these other defenses that they're going to play. And the defense ain't too shabby either when you got middle linebacker Braden Bennett kind of doing everything he needs to do to get you set up. I think you're right. I think Boaz has got a chance to do some things in that region.
Got a young quarterback, getting better and better each week. As long as you got a big back like Fant behind you, hey, just don't beat us. Just turn and hand it to that guy, Fant, and there's a whistle as another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field. Boy, they bought in for 10 games. They've got 10 games worth in 2 weeks.
Can we do it every 5 penalties?
Every other penalty.
Guys, I do want to say this sincerely. Hats off, hearts out to the Marshall County Sheriff. They do a great job all day, every day.
Appreciate them being a sponsor of the broadcast. Here's a handoff to Fant. Fant stops, lowers his shoulder. He's going to be it. He'd like to punish you at the very end of each play because he's a big guy. You're looking at Fant 6'1", 220. That's a short gain, a gain of about a yard.
Guys, I tallied up the penalties. Can you guess how many total?
What you got?
21. Yeah. It's close.
He's like playing Price is Right. Got to go over under.
Chris, is that combined?
Yeah, that's combined, yeah.
My goodness. It's like how many in 2 weeks?
Oh, that's, 19.
We had 23, I think they said last one, mine.
46.
Albertville's had 46 penalties over 2 games so far.
No, that's total.
Both teams combined.
Like,
Yeah. 2nd and 14. Boaz ball the ball. 4:31 to go in the game. Hands off to Fant again. Fant dancing around looking for a hole. He'll bounce it right side. He's got room. 10, 5, and he'll score. Touchdown, Boaz.
Keith, it was just supposed to go.
Hold on. There's another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field.
Uh-oh.
Blocking the back.
Yeah.
I got pulled over.
Yep.
Yeah. But nonetheless, Barry, even though that play's coming back.
It was a good run.
It was. I mean, Fant was up in the middle. The Albertville Aggie defense did a great job of bottling him in. And then when he bounced it outside, I think the defensive backs were coming up into the middle of that rugby scrum. And when he bounced it outside, Keith, there just wasn't anybody here along the numbers.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to our outside linebacker in that play. Coach was talking to him. It looked like he got way upfield and created a pretty big hole over here after everything kind of shook out when they couldn't get him down in the backfield.
So the penalty brings it back to the 20-yard line. That would have been Fant's 3rd touchdown of the game. Aggies scored first, 32-yard field goal. Then Boaz came back with a 33-yarder and tied it up late in the second quarter. But Aggies turned it over. Boaz, 2 plays later, touchdown pass at the end of the half. And Boaz is going to call a timeout. So Boaz went up at the half 10-3. Third quarter was scoreless, and then they scored the first play of the fourth quarter. Fant, 4-yard run, scores again from 55 yards out moments ago. Almost had his 3rd touchdown. Boaz has called a timeout now, looking at a 2nd and 16 coming up with a 24-3 lead with 4:19 left in the ball game.
And you know, across the way with 4:19, it's a rivalry game. You're up pretty much, I would say, Barry, to the point to where you're going to win this game, and you still got the starters on the field deep in Aggies territory. I think Coach Pruitt and the Boaz Pirates understand it's a rivalry game, but I think they also want to just put a little another nail in the coffin, another dagger in you by putting the ball into the end zone one more time. And Barry, here's the thing. I hate to bring up a bad moment of history, but with this victory, if it holds to stay true, this will only be the 3rd time since 1938 that the Boaz Pirates have had at least a 3-game winning streak back in the 70s when Drew Knowles was there. And then if they win tonight, it'll be the 3rd time that they've ever had a 3-game winning streak against the Aggies.
The Aggies overall will drop to 30 losses in a row. Bennett back to pass, will play action, looks, throws it left side, diving catch. He made the catch, goes down a gain of about 5. But a good diving grab that time by Sage Bennett. I'll tell you, the Bennett and Bennett combo has been effective tonight.
Yeah, Bennett, the receiver has 91 yards receiving on 6 receptions.
He's only a junior, too.
You think they've done that in the front yard a few times?
Absolutely. 3rd down, about 11, clock running, 3:49 left. Boaz going to win this one up 24-3. 3 men wide right side, 3rd down at about 12 from the 16-yard line. Bennett back to pass, throws right side, got his man, there he is again. The other Bennett to the 5, to the 4, diving to the end zone. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown Boaz.
Lined up 3 wide receivers here along the near boundary, just threw a slip screen underneath. Great downfield blocking by the wide receivers. A couple of linemen releasing downfield blocks. And it literally, in between the hash marks, Barry, it parted like the Red Sea. And Bennett goes all the way to the house, sticking the ball out into the end zone. Masterful play call.
Good pass, too, because he was almost like falling backwards when he threw the ball. So now for the point after again, the snap down, and looks like, did he stay perfect? It is good. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Prom. Boaz with 3:30 left. They lead 31-3. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
This is Billy Ann with Howard Bentley Buick GMC. We want to wish the Albertville Aggies good luck this year. Whether you are on the field or performing at halftime, we are cheering for you. Check us out for all of your vehicle needs. From sales to service, we have you covered. And remember, it's always worth the drive to Howard Bentley Buick GMC. Go Aggies!
We're back. User Gilbert and ball forward, and Albertville scoring update for the Pirates.
Yeah, after an interception by the Aggies, and Boaz able to get the ball at the Albertville 39-yard line. No correction. I'm sorry, I wrote it down wrong, Barry. 5 plays, 39 yards. Touchdown Bennett to Bennett from 15 yards out. Extra point up and good. Boaz really taking care of business here in the backyard brawl, 31-3.
Yeah, looking at Bennett's numbers, the quarterback Bennett, 15 of 20 for 166 yards. The other Bennett, the receiver, 7 receptions, 106 yards.
Thing about Bennett is the young man doesn't throw many bad passes. He puts it safe place where it needs to be. Doesn't take a lot of gambles, and that's why his passing percentage. I think he had, 4 incompletions last week, I believe?
Yeah.
So, yeah, high as far as completion percentage, high percentage for him.
And how lucky is it? I mean, if you think about it, if you're Luke Pruitt over there in the offensive coordinator, you're Cliff Mitchell, you got one Bennett who's been throwing to the other Bennett literally since they've been 3 years old. So, he's looking for brother to get rid of, or cousin to get rid of the ball.
So they kind of read each other's minds on, no, I got to get open. Here's a kick, high kick. Cooper Scott drifting back to his 6-yard line. Here he comes, 10 to the 15 to the 20. Tries the left side. He's got a little crease on the sideline, 30. Boaz will shove him out of bounds at the 35. Good coverage, but Boaz, Aggies with a decent start on the 36-yard line. They've had really good field position most of the entire game.
Cooper Scott did a good job right there.
Yeah.
Keith coming all the way across the field following his blockers.
Yeah, and then you talking about a guy that's got a lot of speed. He's a track guy, and I thought he's actually going to get outside. Credit the Boaz player. He did a good job leveraging him. If he'd have took a bad angle, Cooper could have took that one to the house.
We need a touchdown. We need to use those lights.
Lee's getting practice over
Too
here.
much money on those things just to leave them sitting there to attracting bugs. Back to pass, throws left side, Sweat makes the catch, dancing around the 37, 38-yard line, a gain of a couple. I like the play call, but when you're down like this, but man, I don't know, it's frustrating because you've got the speed on the receiving core, but the Boaz secondary's done a good job all night shutting down the receivers.
A good job.
Get a lot of credit to the Boaz secondary, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 2nd down and 8. CJ rolls to the right side, looks, throws, got his man open, complete midfield. Finally, they throw to the tight end, Braxton Hudgens, and he was open, showing some good hands. 1st down at midfield.
Braxton Hudgens right in front of me, gets about 2 yards past the 1st down marker, turns around, just kind of settles down where there's nobody. C.J. Zuniga's able to see him, able to make the catch, backs up for another yard right at midfield. That's a good job, and you got to go back and look at that. At no level does anybody really cover the tight end a whole lot. And he came wide open and just settled down. It was a great outlet for C.J.
1st down, midfield, clock running, 2:22 left in the game. C.J. hands off Parker up the middle. He's got some room. Good run. 40, 35, runs free. 30, 25 to the 20. Being chased. 10, 5. Close to the end zone to the 2-yard line. The lights were almost lit.
A great job. The dive play on the option. He's able to get through the line of scrimmage into the linebacker core. Gets hit. He's able to kind of pirouette off of that tackle, get to the numbers, and then it's off to the races. A couple of Pirates able to track him down from behind, but a great run by that young man.
To the 3-yard line. 2:09 left. Lee Fleming is ready. Are you ready, Lee? He's got his light finger ready. He had to wake it up. All right, first and go from the 3-yard line. C.J. Zuniga back to pass, looks left side to the end zone. Kobe Watson goes up, got it, pushing and shoving, flags are down. Touchdown, Albertville. Should be Boaz pass interference. Let's see the call. I think the defender was shoving Kobe. Let's see the call. Oh, there they go. The lights are on.
I don't know if I'd have pushed the lights, Joe.
I don't know either.
What the flag is, because he's coming over here to talk to Coach Weingarten.
See what the call is going to be. Are they going to say offensive pass interference? I thought I saw the Boaz defender pushing him on.
Oh,
it is on Boaz.
It's going to be
so
on Boaz.
Yes, the lights will stay on. I feel bad for the people who are leaving. They just ran into the fence. But it is a touchdown. That was a great job. You know, Kobe Watson, good basketball player. He showed it there, Chris.
Yes, that was excellent, man. Good for him.
He went up over the defender, made the catch, even though he is being held and pushed. Touchdown, Albertville. Good pass, but CJ, Aggie score, kick. Phillip John, the kick is up, and it is good. Let's take a timeout. 2:04 left. It's 31-10, Boaz. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. Aggies trail 31-10. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
This is Dustin Hornbuckle, your local Alpha agent. Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, it's always a good call to call the Hornbuckle Agency at 256-744-7233 or stop by our office at 10675 U.S. Highway 431.
Welcome back. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring update. Aggies finally on the board with a touchdown.
Finally on the touchdown. Albertville starting at their own 37-yard line. 5 plays, 63 yards later. Zuniga to Watson on a 4-yard little float pass to the end zone. Extra point up and good by John. And Albertville able to get a touchdown on the board in the rivalry game. 31-10, however, the Pirates still lead.
Was there a penalty at the end on the extra point?
Well, no, Boaz can't figure out, neither can Albertville figure out what side of the field they're supposed to be in. Because Albertville took the 15-yard penalty, and so they're kicking from the Boaz 45-yard line, but Boaz was like, well, we're on the wrong side, so they started switching sides.
I think the light show confused everybody.
Good job, Lee.
Everybody's confused on what happened because we have new lights here at Albertville, and when they score a touchdown, that's very cool. This is like a college NFL atmosphere. So it's 31-10, 2:04 to go in the game. Aggie's going to try the onside kick. Well, there's a flag. There's a whistle, at least anyway.
Timeout by Boaz before the kick.
Oh. Got to take that 21-point lead here.
Well, I think they got some young guys out there mixed in with their older guys, and they were just kind of confused, thinking that Albertville was going to go for the onside kick. And Coach Pruitt across the way just wants to make sure that that we still got this lead.
Did we onside kick it, but then he blew the whistle before.
He did.
Yeah. So we'd have got it too because it was all over.
So next week, Aggie's right here against Florence. Florence comes into town.
And you said they're 0-2.
Yeah, region game coming up.
Wow.
I think Muscle Shoals got them last night, I think, but still losing to Muscle Shoals, that's not, they're always good.
Muscle Shoals pretty good football team. And if you think about it, Barry, you're going to have two teams next week that are going to be looking for their first victory of the season. So another important game next week at McCord Field here.
May be wrong on this thing, like maybe Hewitt beat them week 1. I was looking at it this morning. I don't know. That's been more than an hour ago. I don't remember. I don't remember.
No kidding. Didn't you say, just for our folks that are listening to this game and wondering about the Auburn score, 24-10, Auburn leads right now?
So Auburn, Friday night game. So Auburn to win. UAB won last night. Jacksonville lost a tough one.
Well, not a win yet, Barry. You don't do that. Auburn fans that we've been able to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory many times.
All right, set to go. Still 2:01 left. High school football scoreboard coming up next. And the kick, onside kick, takes a hop right into the arms. He bobbled it. Able to hold on, though. So Boaz will take over the 30-yard line. First down and 10. Give a lot of credit to this Boaz defense. Offense, too, but, hey, the defense is what's really impressed me. Because the Aggies had the ball in good field position all night long, but the defense stiffened each time and kept us out of the end zone until late in the game.
Yeah, that's what Coach Pruitt said. He kind of shyly, when we talked to one another, was you could tell he was very, very optimistic about what his defense could bring to the table all season long. I think you see why now, Barry. They've just done a phenomenal job. Had their backs against the wall a few times, but been able to bail that out, keep their offense in the game, and then their offense took over here in the second half.
Boaz ball. He's going to use the clock and pick up another win, 3 in a row against the Aggies. Hand off up the middle, lowers his shoulders, got a new running back in, 32-yard line. I think that was 24. Brady McInerney, the junior, checks in on the run. Middle, the Aggie defense making the tackle. First player there, I think that was Keegan Thompson.
Looks like Coach Pruitt now just, giving insides, offensive coach giving insides from the sidelines, but they're absolutely going to milk this clock. They haven't even broke the huddle yet to come to the line with 15 seconds in the play clock.
Trying to grab an interview with Coach Weingarten when the game is over. Get his thoughts on the game. Boaz with the ball, 2nd down 7, down to a minute 15 to go. Boaz up 31-10, running up the clock. Hands off to McInerney again. Hit at the 40-yard line, hanging on, making a good tackle. First Aggie over on the play. That was Jesus Godinez, and he makes the tackle. So a couple of new faces in there for Albertville.
About that 5'10", 175-pound sophomore, Jesus Godinez.
Good tackle. He hung on.
Yeah, did a good job.
So it's going to be 3rd down. Time for one more snap, I believe, down to 45, 44. Time for another snap. Hey, come out and support these young Aggies. I mean, they got another home game, 2 more home games in a row before we hit the road again. 3rd down and short, maybe the last snap of the game. Turns, hands off. McInerney will bounce it right side. Going to be hit at the 45, and good job by the Aggies again. I tell you, young man that's had a good ball game tonight for Albertville was Derek Orr. They tested him all night long, and he's done a good job.
I think to say, Barry, I know we don't keep a sheet on how many tackles and how many pass breakups and things, but if I was giving out a defensive player of the game, he would definitely be on the list.
I mean, man, this has got to hurt if you're Albertville, because like Derek comes off. I mean, you believe, you want to get out there and maybe pick up the big W. This didn't go your way here. Boaz, clock will wind down, and Boaz is going to win this one 31-10. So final score in this one, Boaz goes to 2-0. And 3 in a row against the Aggies. Last year they won 56-7. This year a lot closer. So 31-10. Boaz will be at home, first home game of the year next week against Scottsboro. Aggies right here again as Florence comes into town. Come out and support these Aggies next week. We'll take a quick time out and come back with the final stats. Well, let's see. You got Keith. Is Coach Weingarten heading your way?
Looks like he's going to line up over, well, I don't know.
All right, if you want to try to grab him, see if you can grab him real quick, Keith.
All right, guys, here with Coach Weingarten.
Right.
Coach, a tough one right there in a rivalry game. What do you see that we can do next week to do a little bit better than what we did tonight?
Well, we've got to improve the football team. I mean, we're making way too many errors at critical times that put us in a bad position. So a lot of our part of the growing process, becoming a good team. So we'll bounce back. We'll get back to work on Monday, and we'll keep improving.
Appreciate your time.